this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. I'm scared, but we are live. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport. Oh boy, we're here for my team, the Gold Coast Titans, taking on the Redcliffe Dolphins. The Dolphins are 0-4 right now. The Titans are 2-1 right now. Do I have confidence? Sure, but am I still a Titans fan who has gone through a lot of years of disappointment? Yeah, so I will always get worried regardless of how heavy the favoritism is for us. Obviously, the last game that I didn't do was the Eels and the Dragons, and that was actually an extra time game that the Eels won by 1 point there. It was a great game, to be fair. I actually tipped the upset as well. I tipped the Eels before the game, so pretty happy with the upset there. But yeah, close one, and hopefully this one's not as close and the Titans can roll away with it. That would be nice. But the Eels were also 0-4, and the Dolphins are 0-4. So there's a round of surprises right now. The Raiders were the underdogs. The Cowboys were the underdogs. The Rabbitohs were the favourites, but then became the underdogs by losing three players. Also, no Murray and whatnot, having to shuffle their entire team around. So I am going to go and say that's basically an underdog game through the context of what we actually watched, especially considering they were down. And then the Eels were heavy underdogs as well. So it's all over the shop, man. So does this leave me with confidence? It leaves me with jack shit. That's what it does. It leaves me with pretty much completely jack shit in regards to it. But look, I'm going to bet my boys in. I'm going to hope that they can get across the line. And you know, it's a Southeast Queensland derby here. But all right, let's get into the game today, the two-team alliance. Obviously, get into the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are, who you think wins, and fire it up. All right, so the Titans, they come to this game from 6th position. The Dolphins come to this game from 16th position. They are in... Actually, no, they would be last now. No, the Dolphins are 17th. No, with that Eels win, the Dolphins now go to 17th. So, geez, yeah, well, they desperately need a win now, otherwise they will finish the round off in 17th. This is at Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast, the most beautiful stadium in the world, in the league. You better damn well believe it, son. The last time these two teams played, the Titans actually came back on the Dolphins. I actually don't think the Dolphins have lost at Seabus. I don't think they've ever actually lost at Seabus Super Stadium, which is a concern, because I believe we've only beaten the Dolphins once in their opening 4 games in the opening 2 years, and that was at Suncorp Stadium last year, where we came back from 14-0 down to win 21-14. So that's a concern that the Dolphins have actually never lost here, but that was a different Dolphins team under Wayne Bennett. The Dolphins haven't been showing those signs recently, so hopefully that has gone away, and the Titans have been showing some good signs, but still a lot more to improve as well. So that is a big key telling point in this game as well. Now, the Titans ins here. You got Jacob Alec-Winky, Jimmy, Jimmy and Jamie at the same time. Jamin Jolliffe, Sean Mullaney, they're in. Sean Mullaney on debut. The outs are Isaac Fa'asuamaleaui, Jojo Fafita, and Sam Verrills. So big out there, Jojo Fafita. He's been very good the last couple of years. And Sam Verrills has been actually having some of his better games this season, especially that game against the Roosters. So a couple of big outs there. You got the fullback. Still, Keanu Kinney is out. You got Jalen de Groot as the fullback, with the wingers being Tony Francis and Philip Sami. You go to the centres of Brian Kelly, and Bowie Firma actually now moves into the centres. So they must have put... yeah, okay. Oh, true. They've actually really adjusted this team around. I just realized I put Jacob Alec-Winky because he was originally it was shifted to the centres on NRL.com. Now he's not, so don't worry about me. But Bowie Firma has actually gone into the centres, so the thumbnail is just completely incorrect, but it is what it is. Bowie Firma and Brian Kelly are the centres. Bowie is, I'd say 70-30 when it comes to centres. You know, he's normally a back rower, but he does have more good games than not when he is in that centre position. He's just shifting across one spot, right? Now, the 5'8" is AJ Brimdog, Millionaire Brimson, and the halfback, Jaden Campbell. Go to the front row forwards of Moeki Fotuaika and Regan Campbell-Gillard, with the number 9 being Chrissy Randall. Back row is Khalees Haas, and David Fafita comes into the starting lineup now that Bowie has to shift into the centres. Then Tino Fa'asuamaleaui is the lock and is captain. Interchange with Sean Mullaney on debut, Jimmy Jolliffe, Brock Gray, and Rama Howe, with the 18th man replacement being Jacob Alec-Winky. Now, Rama Howe actually did play one game at the end of last season. I think it was the Penrith Panthers game, where we lost 18-12, but he gave a good effort there, and young Bopper coming through, so he'll be on the interchange this week, and then Desi Hazard is the coach. Look, you go through this lineup and you say, defensively, they haven't actually given up many points this year outside of the Dogs game, the first game of the season for the Titans. But outside of that, the cover defense has been great. So they're missing a lot of tackles, the Titans. They're missing a significant amount of tackles. But the cover defense that are coming in after the man has missed the tackle has been superb. It has been really, really good. So that is a positive sign. But you go back to that Dogs game, they conceded 40. They conceded 6 to the Knights, and that was in the last 3 minutes of the game. And they also only conceded 12 points to the Roosters. Are those two teams really attacking my teams? Not necessarily, but the point of the matter is that the Titans last year and 3 years past would have lost those games and would have conceded a lot more points. Right, so that is a positive stat there for the Titans, and they are scoring points. They scored 24 against the Dogs, they scored 26 against the Knights, and they scored 30 against the Roosters. So, and that is 30 considering they were on 8 with like 20 minutes to go or 15 minutes to go before they came over the top of them. So they do have a little bit in the tank for late in the game. But yeah, look, you look at the lineup, and there's definitely going to be questions asked about, certain points in the back line. Jaden Campbell's been playing great. AJ Brimdog had a good game against the Roosters. The 1 through 7 definitely has question marks, but also can light up the backfield. And then you got the forwards who should never be losing the forward battle. They just really shouldn't be. When you got Fodawaker, Queensland, and also Tonga, Regan Campbell-Gillard, technically Fiji, but also he has played New South Wales. David Fafita, obviously Queensland and Tonga as well. Tina Fa'asu Malawi, Australia, Queensland, and Samoa now apparently. He's an absolute bopper. So you've got an absolute star-studded forward pack that should be able to absolutely whoop teams. And they have been doing a good job recently in regards to getting up the field and winning that middle. But, still more needs to be shown there. On paper, it's fantastic, but we still need to see a little bit more there. So overall, I'm okay with the Titans lineup, but, it sucks we don't have Keanu. It does also suck we don't have Jojo and Sammy Verrills. Now, the ins here for the Dolphins, you've got Kennelly Lemielu and Josh Kerr, with the outs being Kenneth Bromwich and Tom Gilbert. The fullback is Hamiso Tapuai-Whare. The wingers are Jermaine Asako and Jack Bostock, with the centers Jake Averillo and Herbie Farnworth. You go to the 5'8", which is Cody Nikorima, and Isaiah Katoa goes into the halfback spot, with the props being Daniel Saifidi and Mark Nichols. The number 9 is Jeremy Marshall-King, with Kulikefu Funifuiaki, and Max Plath now moves into the back row rather than being in the 13, and Felice Kafusi will go from the prop, the front row forward, into the 13 position to for the shuffle around, because Mark Nichols has obviously had to come in forward for Tom Gilbert, maybe? I'm not even sure. But you go into the interchange, and you've got Kennelly Lemielu, Kurt Donahue, Ray Stone, and Josh Kerr. 18th man is Sean O'Sullivan, and Christian Wolf is the coach. This Dolphins team is on 4. They have had a really tough start to this season. The Dolphins really have struggled in a lot of games, but they were better. They were better last week against the Broncos, where they didn't lose by too much. They lost 16-14 in the Rabbitohs. You gave them a bit of excuses there for a few contextual reasons. They got whooped by the Knights, which wasn't good, 26-12. And it's confronting for the Dolphins, considering the Titans beat that Knights team 26-6. Whilst the Dolphins lost to them 26-12. So that is a bit of an issue. And then they went and lost to the Tigers 30-18, which is interesting, to say the least. The Dolphins, realistically, if they think they're the team that they are, if they are the team that they think, they should be winning that game against the Tigers, although the Tigers have shown a lot of good signs. They play the Broncos later on today. And then they went and lost the Broncos 20-12 at Suncorp Stadium, which is the home of both those teams. The Dolphins were technically the home team. But look, the Dolphins have struggled. They're not losing games by a lot of 13 plus. They lost 13 plus. They lost by 14 to the Knights, but outside of that, it's been 1-12 against the Tigers, 1-12 loss against the Broncos, and 1-12 loss against the Rabbitohs. So they're competing in the game. They just don't have. They haven't had the clinical nature of it. And when you look at their backline, they really should be having the clinical nature. Hamiso hasn't been getting a great deal of space this year. Jermaine Asako and Jack Bostock are good wingers. Jake Averillo and Herbie Farnworth are great centers. So it's like that 1 through 5 is brilliant. But unfortunately, the issue is coming from their halves in Isaiah Katoa and Cody Nikorima. Oh, I'd actually say their issue is coming across a balanced forwards and backs and whatnot. But look, the halves are Cody Nikorima and Isaiah Katoa. I don't mind Isaiah Katoa as an individual. I think he's been playing relatively well this season, considering it's an 0-4 start. But I think he has been playing relatively well. Maybe that's just not translating into winning, though. Maybe him, kind of having those really great individual performances that I've been seeing aren't necessarily translating into the betterment for the entirety of the 13. That may be what we're looking at here. And Nikorima doesn't really kind of get it going for me, because that 1 through 5 should be killing it, man. That 1 through 5 of Hamiso, Jermaine, Jake Averillo, Herbie Farnworth, and Jack Bostock should not be 0-4. That is a fantastic 1 through 5. But the forwards are the biggest concern, actually. You look at Daniel Saifidi and Mark Nichols. Saifidi's been fantastic throughout his career. Maybe not the player that he once was when he was playing for New South Wales and whatnot. Nichols is solid. Marshall King is solid. Funifuiaki's okay. Max Plath is actually a really good up-and-comer. Now he shifts from the 13 to the back row. And then Felice Kafusi Geez, sorry. Felix Kaufusi is not the player that he once was when he's playing for Queensland and the Melbourne Storm and whatnot, even though he still may play for Queensland this year. But he's good for a good tackle, but he's also good for a penalty. He's also good for the Titans or the opposition getting off their own line penalty with his really rough and tough play, and is potentially good for a bin this week, considering the way the NRL have spoken about really knuckling down on the high tackles. We've seen a couple of bins so far for it. So he's the kind of guy that you'd look at there. Look, I think if the Dolphins win anything, maybe it's the bench, because there's no guarantees with Brock Gray, Rama Howe, and Sean Mullane, even the bench for the Titans. Jimmy Jolliffe is proven. He's a fantastic front row forward. But the bench there of the Dolphins is a lot more proven in Lemielu, Donahue, Ray Stone, and Josh Kerr. So, yeah, that's going to be a really intriguing one to see how that bench operates for the Titans and what Desi does there. Look, I'm going to back my team in here. I'm going to say the Titans shouldn't be losing this game. I really don't think the Titans should be losing this game, but we do have a bad record against the Dolphins, despite the fact that the last time we played them, we did actually beat the Dolphins up there at Suncorp. I am going to say that it's going to be a 1-12er. I'll probably go by like a 6 to 10 marker. I know there's a lot of people out there saying Titans 13 plus. Is there a world? Sure, we've won multiple games by 13 plus this season, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with the basis that we do have a few players out. In comparison to them, I know they've lost Bromwich and Gilbert, but, Keanu is a key part of our team. Jojo Fafita is a real solid defender and was one of my best players, if not my best player last week against the Roosters. Sam Verrills as well was a part of that, and that's our starting 9 right there. So, look, I do have a few concerns, but I'm also confident in the win. Right, so I know what can happen here. Maybe that's just because I'm a long-term Titans fan who has seen it all with this team, and when you have a bit of confidence about you, whenever we're favourites, I can't remember the last time this team actually won as favourites. I really can't. Maybe someone in the chat could let me know that when the last time we won as favourites, because usually we do play as the underdogs, and then we can compete with the big dogs. Maybe not necessarily win against the Panthers and Storm, but compete against them. But we can have those upset victories over, say, the Broncos, who we haven't lost to in a few years now. So, yeah, look, I'm tipping the Titans. I'm backing my team in. We're going to fire up. Hopefully the boys get the win. If the Dolphins are to lose today, they would officially be dead smack in last place, because they are the only team that hasn't won a game now after that Eels win over there in Parramatta. They are on minus 36 points differential. So that's still a lot better than the Eels. So they got a 49 better points differential than the Eels, but obviously 2 points short. So if they won this game, they would automatically go above the Eels, and they would automatically go above the Roosters. Now, if they won this game by 16 points or more, they would also go above the Panthers, the Dolphins. So that's the highest they can go, because the Cowboys are on 4 points above that in 13th. So if the Dolphins win this game, they would finish off the week in 15th position. But if they won by 16 points or more, they would go above the Panthers on minus 20, because the Roosters are minus 62 and the Eels are minus 85. The Titans, on the other hand, if they were to lose this game, the Titans would... So they're on plus 22. The Raiders have already played. So if the Titans were to lose by 24 points or more, they would go below the Raiders into 8th position. The Knights haven't played yet, but the Knights are on a minus 4. But then again, they've got the win. So if the Knights were to, say, win their game, then they would go above, and they play the Bulldogs on Sunday. The Tigers are on plus 34. If they were to beat the Broncos, they could go above the Titans. The Sharks have already played, Dragons have already played, and the Cowboys have already played. So the lowest the Titans could go, I think, is into 9th. They could technically go to 10th if they lost by a significant margin, like 24 plus, to go below the Raiders. But realistically, 9th would be what you're looking at. And then if the Knights get a surprise win, it would be 9th. Actually, no. That's 2 surprise wins there in the Knights and Tigers to force the Titans there. So there is a good chance the Titans lose this game and still finish the week off in 7th. Now, if they win this game, they're on 6 points, the logjam there. Now, there are 3 teams above them on the 8 points. 8 for the Rabbitohs, Warriors, and for the Bulldogs. Now, the Rabbitohs have a plus 4, the Warriors have a plus 8, and the Bulldogs have a plus 46. The Warriors have the bye, so their points have already been adjudicated. The Rabbitohs have already played, and the Bulldogs play the Knights tomorrow. So with the Titans being on plus 22, if they were to, say, win this game by they would have to win this game by a lot. If they were to win this game by 24 plus, they would actually go above the Bulldogs into 1st position today. And obviously the Broncos still play the Tigers after this. I'm not updating the ladder if the Titans were to win this one by big margin and then the Broncos beat the Tigers. I'm not updating the ladder this week. But there is that chance. I'd be the biggest Tigers fan ever if the Titans won by 24 plus and then the Broncos play the Tigers later. So there is a chance for them to go into first technically. But they would immediately go above the Warriors and they would immediately go above the Rabbitohs. The Storm still play, the Broncos still play, and also Manly still play. So they would more than likely be kind of looking at in fourth position if they were to win this game. Actually, no, they would be. It would be a minimum. There's a potential. No, because the Storm. No, the minimum they would be is fifth. But there is anywhere from first to fifth for the Titans if they win. So, look, at least I'm happy to just be talking like that. You know, just to see my team in and around. I know it's still very early in the season. We've only had 4 rounds in. And there's been a very... You can have 2 very different polar opposite opinions about how the Titans have played. You can say, well, you know, they've won 2-1 and, you know, they've gone and broken a hoodoo against the Roosters and they've played well in the last 20 there. They've gone and whooped the Knights despite having a lot of missed tackles and... some issues throughout still due to penalties and whatnot. And you can say that the Titans are 2-1 and they are looking good. All right? Or you can kind of look towards a few of the nitty-gritty moments and the negatives, and you can say that they have played a Knights team that had looked awful on that day and don't look that great this year. They played the Roosters, who potentially could be in third last after this round finishes. No, they could be in second last after this round finishes. Could they not be? If the Dolphins won this game, they would be in second last, the Roosters. So, you know, you look at that, and then you look at the Bulldogs, and that was the only kind of big loss, the only loss that they've had. The Bulldogs are a good team. They're up there in first position as we currently speak. But there's multiple ways to look at it. I will choose to say I have concerns, but I'm excited about where we're at. And there is a chance they go first today, so I'm going to lock down on that. But guys, obviously hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. The key to winning this for the Titans today is to keep Hamiso locked down. The 1 through 5s, you're looking at the Dolphins. The halves, you're looking at the Titans. And then the forwards, you're looking at the Titans. So it comes down to the halves and the forwards of the Titans to get it over the line and then to not allow space to Hamiso, because this Dolphins team will be hungry. This Dolphins team is going to be incredibly hungry to get their first win of the season. They have not won a game so far. So... hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you are new around here. Let me move this chat across, and there is 15 minutes to go until the game does get underway. Yeah, close games all weekend. How good, Daniel? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it has been a really good weekend for close matchups that go down to the wire. Olivia Rude with the $8 donation says, I'm coming for you if the Titans lose today. Another day, another dono. You're coming for me if the Titans lose today? Why? You don't think I'll be in enough pain as it is, Olivia? You don't think I'll be in enough pain as it is? Why? The Dolphins have nothing to do with the Broncos. You should want the Titans to lose today. You're a Broncos fan. One, you dislike us as a club, but also 2, the Broncos would rather us lose, because then if a miracle happened for the Tigers and they ended up like beating the Broncos, we'd be above you. What? Why do you want the Titans to win? Like, hey, listen, sure. Oh, wait, you have a bet on, don't you? Now I remember. I remember why you said something like that. Hey, listen, I hope so, because, whenever you win, usually we win over you too. But no, hopefully it's a good game, and I am confident the Titans win, but I know the Titans too, so I can't get too ahead of myself. Thank you very much for your $8 donation. Kobe's Mind says, I'm hurting after that game. Of course, the Dragons handed the Eels their first win. Dragons have some serious issues. We know how to lose games. Correct. That's why I tipped the Eels. I still think the Eels are really poor, but I do, and this is why I said that I don't know really, like the Dragons is such an odd team. Like they go 0-2, right? The Dragons go 0-2 against the Rabbitohs and the Bulldogs. Bulldogs game is an excuse because the Bulldogs are a good team. Rabbitohs, they're up there too, to be fair. They are in the top 3 currently. Not that they'll be there by the end of the weekend. But the Rabbitohs are okay. Like they're by the end of the season, they'll push down a little bit more towards that 7 area. Whereas where I tipped them pre-season, I believe they'll push down towards that 7 area. I do have a lot other teams better than them currently for the rest of the season long term. But then they go and beat the Melbourne Storm, the Dragons, right? So they go and lose 0-2. They go and beat the Melbourne Storm, who are the comp favourites. And then they go and lose to the team that is coming last that hadn't won a game yet and has looked absolutely abhorrent. Now, the Eels did look better last week, and this is why I tipped the upset, because I saw the Eels play better last week, but they just couldn't get over the line against, was it the Dogs game last week? I think it was the Dogs game where they should have won, but they just didn't because they weren't good enough. Not should have won, but had the opportunity to win. No, it was the Manly game. So it was the week before that, maybe. It was the week before that. It wasn't the Manly game that I was talking about. But I just got a vibe. I just got my gut. So I've tipped on my gut this week. On my gut, was it this week? No, it was more so last week. There's been a lot of upsets this week. There has been a lot of upsets. You could make the argument there has been 4 upsets this week. You could make the argument that despite the Rabbitohs being pre-game favourites by a hefty margin, that the Rabbitohs throughout that game absolutely became underdogs with the context of them losing all their players. So, and still without Murray and whatnot. The Roosters are in a shambles right now. The Roosters are in an absolute shambles. Robert says, how do we beat Melbourne one week and lose the Eels the next? Exactly. Negan says, Lomax's a gun. Lomax's a hard worker, man. Might be a wanker off the field, but on the field, he's a very good player. On the field, he's a very good player. 2K Curl says, good day to be a Para fan. Titans just need to beat the Dolphins. Hey, listen, I hope so. Yeah, as an Eels fan, you'd be chirping. You would be chirping. You would be chirping. Dragons fans, I don't know what you do. I don't know how you feel about your team right now. It's going to be the strangest feeling to beat Storm and then go and lose the other 3 games to the Eels, the Rabbitohs, and the Dogs. That confuses the absolute shit out of me. Zach Hewitt, member for 26 months. Titans by 319. Don't know why 319, not 320. Are you assuming that we're going to see a Regan Campbell-Gillard field goal today? Because the Eels won. He used to play for the Eels, and maybe we get a Regan Campbell-Gillard field goal. Where does that 1 point come in there? But I'm happy with the scoreline. I'm very happy with the scoreline there, Zach. Bitch says it only took 5 weeks for NRL.com to give coaches photos. Oh, they've got actually Desi there, do they now? They do. Oh, the big Desi. Some coaches had photos. Like Wayne Bennett had his photo on NRL.com, and now it's and now everyone's apparently got it. But yeah, it was like Desi has left the team. It was like he gave up. Justin Talkowski says, Missy Bro, had to listen to a stream of the game feed the last game. Thankful you are here for this. I'm here for this and the Broncos Tigers. I only missed 1 game. I'm just trying to live my life over here in India, man. Just trying to live my life. Had a big night last night too. It was a good night. Went on that food tour and man, I tell you, no, I'm not going to say that. But anyway, point of the matter is that I'll be here for 7 games this week. The only 1 game I missed was that Eels versus Dragons game, but I'm okay missing that. Negan says, is this the week the winless teams get their... You shut your dirty mouth. Is this the week the winless team get their first? Why don't you stop talking to me, Negan, and look the other direction? How about that one? How about that one? Happy with the Eels? Happy with the Eels getting a win? Who do you think you're talking to? Huh? What you think I'm going to say? Yeah, no, this is the week that the winless teams get their win. Shoot whiz, buddy Roosters fans. Get a grip of yourself. Have a serious... I want you, Negan. I want you to look me in the eyes right now, and I want you to go to the bathroom. I want you to go to the mirror, okay? I want you to look yourself directly in the eyes and say, have a word to yourself, and then whack you. How about that? You do that to yourself, all right? While I sit here and watch the Titans win. Don't you ever assume that the Dolphins are going to beat the Titans. Go to the Titans, get around you. Trent Leara fan club says, think this Dolphins team takes out the Titans in a cook-off. In a cook-off? What? In a cook-off? Sure. In a cook-off. Are we talking like MasterChef? Are we talking that show that was at like 3:30 p.m. after school back in the day, or 2:30 p.m. where there was like 2 people who would go head-to-head and like the red capskin, the green capskin thing or whatever it was? Is that what we're talking about here? What are we cooking off? What were you cooking off steak here? Because I can tell you right now, our boys are sponsored by some pretty good steaks. So they've got some pretty good steak sponsorships in regards to the meat. So I think you might be full of shit. Yeah. Negan says, I'm sensing the Dolphins win here. I'm sensing you're a knob. GT says, let's go Titans. Yeah, get around it, GT. Highlanders will win Super Rugby. Good luck with that. Says, how have you been today? I have been chilling out today. It's been a pretty full-on couple of days. So now I've been chilling out today, and now we've got this game, and then the Broncos-Tigers game right after this. Negan says, Hammer is so off in 2025, it's like he's not even played the last 4 rounds. Yeah, no, he hasn't. He's really struggled, and that's where it comes down to the halves and it comes down to the spine. Outside of Hamiso, obviously, of the 6, 7, and 9, they need to get him more involved in the game. And look, to be completely honest with everybody, this is the kind of game that you would expect Hamiso to be able to blow it up hard in. Did he play? He played against the Titans in that game against us at Suncorp, but I don't think that he had. Well, he didn't really have too much of a game, but that was a very different team too. That was a very different Titans team just last year to what it is now. Dominic says, got sent from Real Fan Sports, get around here. Real Fan Sports says, RFS in the building, what's good? Hey, listen, hopefully we can get up here. We are the favourites. We don't usually play as the favourites, but hopefully we can get up here. Sirius has been watching for 3 years and still don't know the Lomax beef. It's not like deep anymore, man. Back then it was deep, but it's not that deep anymore, dude. It's just... yeah, look, again, I've always said he's a fantastic player, dude. Like, he is an absolutely fantastic player to watch, Zach Lomax, and there's no problem with that. Unfortunately, he's just an emotional little girl. If the Titans lose, I burn the polo. I burn you. How about that? Damien says Tawana will win. Tawana? Who's Tawana? Kobe's Mind says, I'm crying after that horrible loss to the Eels, and that's the second time this season. Yeah, we've gone past the Dragons now, Kobe's Mind. I replied to you before. Let's move on now to the next game. We've gone deep into the Dragons. Should we say if Dolphins win, Dragons go to last, right? Or second last? No, if the Dolphins win, the Eels go to last. The Roosters would go second last. Dragons are still up there in 12th, man. So the Dragons... they are still above the Cowboys. Yeah, they've won 2 games, man. Oh, they've got a bye and a win. So they're on 4 points. The Eels, the Roosters, and the Panthers are on 2 points, and the Dolphins are on 0 points. So the Panthers have already played, the Roosters have already played, and the Eels have already played. So, yeah, no, the Dragons are still in 12th position, man. But if the Dolphins win this game, they would go up to 15th. The Roosters would go to 16th. The Eels would go to 17th. But if the Dolphins won by 16 points or more, they would also go above the Panthers into 14th, whilst the Panthers would drop down to 15th. So that's kind of how that bottom of the table looks. Real Fan Sports says, you are a Tigers fan. I clearly clarified and dictated the jurisdiction of that, and that's if the Titans are to win today by a decent margin, or just if the Titans are to win today, then go the damn well Tigers, man. Truly, straight up. And especially if the Titans were to win this game by a big margin, like 24 plus, they would go into first place for the time being. I know the Bulldogs still play tomorrow, but they would go into first place, and also the Broncos and Storm and that. But only one of Storm Manly. Actually, no, the Titans would be top 4. They would be top 4 minimum because Manly and Storm play each other. So there is that benefit there. And that's if a win. But if a win by 24 plus, then I'm a Tigers fan. I'm a Knights fan. Who's got the better performance against out of Manly and Melbourne? Plus 38. Well, if we were to win by that 24 points, then we would be above that. We just have to hope it's a really close game there. And Manly on plus 52. So go to the Storm by 1. Go to the Storm by 1. But that's just mucking around, man. Like, at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to be first by the end of the weekend. I heard some dude buried a chicken bone outside his place a few weeks ago. Fingers crossed that broke the Bennett curse. What are we talking about here? Rice says, glad Wolf moved Plath back to second row where he isn't as good like at lock. I agree, but I think that he's moved him there based off of, I don't even know. I actually don't even know why he's moved him there. Because I do prefer Max Plath in 13. I do, and I don't really... For Let's Converse maybe a few years ago, I would have taken him to 13, but nowadays it's a bit different, in my opinion. Jaden Morris says, let's go to Titans, GC by 20 plus. Hey, I hope so, man. I hope so. Condor says Tiggs will beat the Bronx, hopefully. Going to be a close game. I think impressed with the Tigers' ability to stay in the game. Sure, but they haven't played a team like the Broncos yet, who are very speedy, very very creative. They are a very high-attacking team that can concede points, just haven't exactly played a great deal of top opposition. But the Tigers aren't top opposition, and they are without Jerome Luai. And Jerome Luai has been a key cog in the way the Tigers have been playing this season, so... it's very difficult to see the Tigers win that game. I'll give them the plus 18.5 start that they're currently having, but I don't think the Tigers win that game, realistically. Without Jerome Luai, I just don't see them winning, especially at Suncorp Stadium too. Daryl Weller says, Titans in a big scalp. Yeah, man, we don't really play like a big team until the Storm on like May 27th or May 29th or whatever, so it's very difficult to do that. But we do play the Dogs again in like 3 weeks, so at Magic Round. I think it's 3-4 weeks away. So at Magic Round, we will have that. That is... some people will say it's a big scalp. Some people would like it's a decent enough scalp. We obviously lost them early, but outside of the first 20 minutes, we actually did pretty well for the last 60. Dogs might put the queue in the rack, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that one goes. But the Titans don't have an incredibly difficult schedule on the basis. But then again, you're looking across the entirety of the comp, and the comp's so open that everyone is beatable currently. Everyone. Literally everyone is beatable. Literally everyone is beatable. Okay, enough now, Negan. I know you're trying to get a reaction. Rysen says, keen to see how for his second game was really good against the Panthers last year. Yeah, he was solid against the Panthers last year, man. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how Arama goes. He's got a tough gig coming in. Because the Dolphins are going to be hungry today. The Dolphins are going to be hungry. But he just needs to do his job off the bench. Absolutely. Jared Farmoni says, if the Titans win this, what's the highest they jump with their points differential? They could be in first by the end of this game. If they win by 24 points or more, they would be in first above the Dogs. But that would mean to have a big win here against the Dolphins, and that would really kick the teeth of the Dolphins season. You'd nearly start to call their season off in regards to like being a heavy competitor or just being competitive for the 8. You would nearly. So Dolphins come out in the field, and same with the Titans now. Come on, boys. So yeah, it really comes down to how much they win by. But again, Storm still play against Manly. One of those two teams would jump, but if the Titans won by 24 plus, then Melbourne would win by 1. Titans would still stay above them, and then the Broncos still play and whatnot. Adam Smart says, let's all pray for a Dolphin masterclass. Let's go hammer for the first 7-try game. 66-6, Adam Smart. Never forget it. Real Fan Sports says, what's good? Already replied. Blah says, yeah, that's true. Still in a theory. Panthers don't scare anyone this year. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think they scare anyone right currently, but there's still a long time to go. Says, Dolphins really need to win this week because the next 2 games are against Storm and Panthers. They could go 0-7 if they don't lock in today. Yeah, absolutely. That's a difficult little schedule for them. But all right, here we go. The kickoff's about to happen. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Get around it. Lennox Wilson says, will the Warriors beat the Storm? Warriors don't play the Storm this week. Warriors have to bye. What? And the Titans will kick it off on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Seabar Super Stadium, and it will be the Dolphins who grab the ball here at the 5, and it'll be Daniel Saifidi who brings his ball back to the 15. Our time clock is cooked. Don't worry, I will adjust that date and time now. For people who don't know, I am currently in Jaipur in India, so that is why the time is completely off. But once I refresh this, it should be fine. All right, let's do that. And I think that's working now, yeah? Let me know if that's working in the chat. All right, so Dolphins on 4 tackle. They're at the 35. Up the Titans, my new team. Yep, get around it. Kafusi at 13, not Plath. Yeah, GTG. It's really interesting. It's really odd. Real Fan Sports, just enjoy the game. Got a crash. I'll message you later about the IPL game. Too easy, man. I'm keen for the IPL. So right-hand side, Nisai Katoa will kick this ball down where it's going to be not Jalen DeGroot. Tony Francis will catch that one. Geez, a bit of a wonky catch, but at least he caught it, unlike that Knights game a couple of weeks ago. Isaac Portelli getting around the Titans. So he says, Titans breaking the time. Titans 30 plus. See, that's the thing. Like, you guys, from your perspective, maybe had to come out and say that Titans win by a big margin, but I've just gone through too many years of disappointment where it's so difficult to say, yeah, the Titans are going to win this by a big margin. Because based on the season so far, you would assume that. You would. But, you know, it's just so difficult to get behind until proven. David Fafita here with a great offload from Tino. David, go David Fafita. Guess the ball offloaded. AJ! Oh, dude, it's a knock on. Damn, that was a really nice little play there. Really nice little play. Good offload there from... it's a really good offload there from Tino. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, there's going to be high contact. Is there going to be a bin here? Is there a bin? Felice Kafusi? What did I say about this man? Oh, no, it's Tino. Oh, Tino's in the bin. I got it so wrong. I thought they were talking about Kafusi, but it was actually Tino on Kafusi, so Tino's in the bin for 10 minutes. Damn, dude. Based off of the rules that they're going with, it's the correct call, but it's harsh, but it's based off of the rules they're going with. Based off of the rules they're going with, that is unfortunately 10 in the bin, but that is super harsh to deal with in the first 2 minutes of the game. Fully understand the plane blaze. I need an ECG next to me when I watch the Wars because of what it does to me. Yep, well, this is a tough start here with a bin in the first 2 minutes. Cryptic says that's so soft, man. Yeah, look, it is, but unfortunately, they did come out midweek and say that any direct contact to the head like that, you're going to be seeing a bin. So it's like you have to just stomach it, man. Unfortunately, you have to just stomach the shit that the NRL's putting us through right now because of their mistakes last week. Max Platt will be taken down 20 metres away from the line for tackle. Negus says Tino a victim of terrible refs. Unfortunately, in this instance, it's not because of that. It's because the NRL couldn't admit to just being ridiculous last week and decided to get really pedantic. Out the back, and yes, on the sideline. Come on. Jeez, they had numbers too. The Dolphins had numbers galore there if they got that pass out to Jermaine Sarko, but instead they will throw the ball over the sideline. The Titans will get the ball at the 10. Damn. They had numbers galore. Maybe Tony Francis covers that. Maybe they might have covered that, but they did have good numbers. So Bobby Furman now will get this ball out to the 13 first tackle. That really saves us, considering we've got this bin now. We've just got to get through this next 9 minutes and knuckle down. It hasn't gotten to Magic Round territory, though, luckily. It's not going to get to Magic Round territory. That was way over the top, and they know that. They know that was way over the top. That ruined that Magic Round 2021. Completely ruined a great weekend. The only one that was probably realistic throughout all those bins and send-offs was the one for the Titans, actually, where, I can't remember his name. Herman Essa came in and just come over the top with a big whack of the Panthers, and we got whooped. Deservedly so. It was just such a stupid play. Chris Randall gives it off here to AJ Brimson, and he's going to kick this ball down into the centre, where it's going to be Hamisa who grabs the ball at the 10. But you can tell the Dolphins are lacking in the confidence department, because last year they would have scored that try to send. 100%. So Titans bring them back to the 20 here, 4 minutes in. Who has the man advantage now? Well, the Dolphins, because the Titans got binned. The refs go from one extreme to another instead of just admitting they suck. Yeah, well, it's like I can get behind how difficult of a job it is for the on-field referee. And I always say this. I'm okay saying that it's a bit difficult to get everything right when you're on the field. But the bunker has never, ever had an excuse and never will have an excuse. They never will have an excuse. This is a really, intense opening to this game. Dolphins, they go back out to the left-hand side now to Isai Katoa on 4 tackle at the 40. They've got to capitalise here, the Dolphins. They give it off to Hamiso. He might have a bit of space here. Watch this, Bowie. Watch this, Bowie. Watch this, Bowie. And they get him down at the 20. Fit tackle. But yeah, it is more so at the fact that it's the NRL doesn't want to admit that their rules are way too open-ended. Good take, Jalen. Good take by Jalen DeGroot at the 5. The NRL doesn't want to admit their rules are way too open-ended and opinionated, and they take the blame and put the blame onto the fans rather than onto the referees. And I understand them trying to protect their staff, because the referees are staff, but it's like, we're not wrong for the opinions that we're having. Penalty Titans, come on. Well done. Now soak up the time here. Soak up the time for a good 30, 40 seconds. Shut your mouth, Jack Bostock. Just walk back. But just soak up time here for 30, 40 seconds whilst this bin. So we get this ball to the 40. Okay, this is all right. Darryl Wells says, it's the flavour of the month. The sim bins, it will soon disappear. Yeah, that's why we say the 2021 Magic Round. That happened for that round. They locked it down. And then they kind of just forgot about it a couple of weeks later. So that's probably going to happen here. But I'm okay with the NRL trying to make sure that high tackles aren't in the game. I get that completely. It's just the fact that they're very pedantic about it now. And it's like, even if it brushes off the shoulder and kind of goes up, they will call that as a serious high tackle. And you're like, well, probably not, man. Like, come on. Third tackle here, 33 metres away from the line. The Reeks says, Union's more technically interesting. The physicality was the drawing point in the league, especially Origin. Well, I'm going to disagree. The ball is in play a significantly less amount of time in rugby union. I love union, but let's not pretend like union doesn't have half of the time with the ball off the with the clock, and converting penalties and stuff like that, right? The game is kind of messed up over there too. Fit tackle now, 18 metres away from the line. They go out to the left-hand side here, the Titans. It's Brian Kelly. Flick the ball to fit tackle. What are you doing, Brian? Brian, pass the ball, dude. It's fit tackle. Why are you just getting taken at the 10? Like, if you're getting taken at the 1, sure. Good tackle from Brian Kelly there, though. So that'll be second tackle. Dan never shows up. Seb Watson says, what happened to Tino High Shot? Just woke up. He got binned because of the NRL crackdown. So second tackle now. Second tackle here. I don't know why that had to refresh. Hold on. Let me just put that live chat back. Now third at the 30. I swear that's a tackle behind, but I might be wrong. Kieran says, why do you think Fafita was coming off the bench at the start of the season? Also, does he start from now on? No, I don't think he does. I think that the only reason he's not starting today is because we've had the loss of Jojo Fafita. Isai Katoa, he's still going. He'll get the offload away to Mark Nichols, then off to Kafusi. They've got numbers. Please lock down. Go Bowie. Get out to Jack Bostock. Bostock at the 15. He cuts back in. Good cover defense. Fit tackle at the 10. 7 minutes in. No, Jojo comes back into the team. Bowie doesn't need to play centre, and that's why Dave still comes off the bench. Out to Isai runs fifth tackle. I don't know what they're taking on fifth. And that... No way, Chris Randall. Oh, thank God. So it's going to be a penalty to the Titans. I think he knew. I don't know why because he reached out for the ball and knocked it on. But they've called a penalty for obstructing the defender. I was going to lose it at Chris Randall, man. Deary me. So no, Kieran, I don't think that Dave will start unless things go, a bit hairy. But I'm pretty certain Des is happy with the defensive mind of Cleese Haas alongside a defensive and attacking mind of Bowie Firma, with the backline being as it is. But it's just that Jojo Fafita's out today, so they've shifted Bo into the centres. They've put Dave into the starting lineup for today. So no, I'd be careful. So third tackle now at the 45. Tino's still in the bin right now. Out to AJ Brimson, then to David Fafita, and Dave will get to the 40 on 4 tackle. I think the Titans have done well here, considering we've been down a man. We are infamous for giving up like 2-3 tries when we go down a man in previous years, so this is actually really good to see that we haven't conceded so far in this 7 minutes, I think, that Tino's been off. Chris Randall off to AJ Brimson, and Brimo kicks his ball down into the corner where it will be Jermaine Sarko catches it, and then he'll be taken down at the 12. I think DeGroot has more potential than Kinney. Stop it, Sport Reactions. Like, I love Jalen, but, like, don't sit here and try and make me shit on Jalen. We're both aware of what Keanu's doing. We're both aware of the potential that Keanu has, and we're both aware of what we see from Keanu at New Zealand. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make me shit on Jalen at the expense... Or you're trying to make me big up Keanu at the expense of Jalen. I'm not here for it, man. Jalen's a great player, but let's not pretend that Keanu Kinney isn't very clearly the best fullback in the Titans team right now, and also has come out of a 3-way battle with 2 fantastic fullbacks in AJ Brimson and Jaden Campbell, and now they're away here, and they're away again. They're going to score. They're going to score to me. So, for fuck's sake! Oh, bro, that real pissed me off, eh? That real pissed me off. I'm doing this for the sake of that. So it's going to be 30 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins score first, 4-0 here with a kick to come. It's unfortunate. Like, we're down a man. We're down a man. It's gonna happen, unfortunately. But the Titans just get done out here on the left-hand side. They just get done out here on the left-hand side. Yeah, Sport Reactions, I did that, by the way. So don't think that was the moderators. Brenton says he's locked in. Jam might ask next stream. No, I saw it. It's just that obviously this stream is not the one. The next one, maybe. Next one, maybe. Jared says, how long is Kenny out for? He's out until probably around Origin time. Probably around Origin time. Troy says, love the passion. Yeah, well, you're going to see the passion, man. The good and the bad. That's what happens on this channel. That's what happens. Adam Smarts, what's Sam Jenkins up to? Haven't seen him all year. He's at the... Well, Jenko, he's here all the time. His name's Skunkle in the chat. He's at this game, though, so he's there. Bunny's celebrating Dolphins show. I know, he's a loser. He comes in all the time just to troll. But 29 minutes to go here in the first half, and it's 4-0 to the Dolphins. But Skunkle's there. Sam is at the game, at the front line right now. Logan Baltic says, geez, first time Hammer has been involved this season. Yeah, well, it's going to come against the Titans team that obviously was down a man. And it was just, unfortunately, we did well to cover early, but we couldn't cover that one because we had a man down. So, kind of does make sense there. But hopefully when Tina comes back on in about a minute or two, we'll be good to go again. So, Jermaine Sarko will get the conversion, and it will be 6-0 here with 29 minutes to go of the first half. And as soon as Hamiso got into the open space there, you knew it was going to come. You knew it was going to come. No, they survived pretty well for the most part. I'm a Dolphins fan, but support the Rabbitohs. Well, there's the problem with you. There's the problem right there. And also Penrith. Well, that shows me who you are as a fan right there. Robbo says, work's done. Box of beers ready to watch the Finns get the win. Cool, Robbo. Enjoyed watching the Eels beat ya. Enjoyed watching the Eels beat ya. So 29 minutes left in the first half. Adam Smart says, that's why he's the one putting me in jail all the time. Yeah, Skunkle's here all the time. It's just that he's at this game. He's just a glory hunter. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Seb's called a joke. No, the joke is you supporting 3 teams, the Panthers, the Dolphins, the Rabbitohs, and now you said not any more Storm and Bulldogs. Like, that's the joke. So everything you say is a joke based off of that. Third tackle now, and I'll get this boy to 30. Why don't you just support all 17 teams, bro? Why don't you just support all 17? Go buy 17 jerseys and wear them all at a game. Forward tackle here at the 35 for the Dolphins. We've still got a man in the bin. Give it to Nick Red. Forward pass. Come on. Come on. Forward pass. Forward pass. Okay, we'll take that, man. So we'll get the ball here at the attacking 40. Roberts is hurtful. Well, it's like if he's going to come in here just talking shit about the club, but just to try and get a reaction and then tell me that he supports 5 clubs, you know, and which them being the Panthers, not the Storm and the Bulldogs anymore, but the Rabbitohs, now the team that we're playing here. Like, it just makes him look stupid. So that's why. And of course I'm pissed off because of the Dolphins just scoring there. Obviously it's still super early in the game, but like it's just stupid. Kieran says, non-footy related, but what parts of India have you visited? I'm in Jaipur right now. I was in Delhi. I've gone through Agra. I'm going out to Jaisalmer after next week, where I'm going to go to an IPL game here in Rajasthan. We're going to go down to Udaipur, Mumbai, Goa, and then Bengaluru. So I'm currently in Jaipur. Second tackle now at the 33, and they give it off here to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell underneath to Regan Campbell-Gillard. Tino is back on the field, so it is now 13 on 13 again. We've got an attacking opportunity here. Third tackle at the 25. Come on, Gold Coast. Is that 6 again? Come on. Come on, 6 again. And now Mikey Fodawaker. He is 15 metres away from the line. First tackle. First tackle here. 15 out. They give it up to AJ Brimson. Brimson underneath to Brian Kelly, sorry. And BK will be 13 metres out from the line. Second tackle. Let's get some good attack going here. Robbo, you know it is over here. Third tackle here, 5 metres away from the line. It's very difficult streaming my own games because obviously I am so passionate, so it's a lot more heightened. Regan Campbell-Gillard is 2 metres away here from the line. Fourth tackle. A successful OnlyFans. But wait, for the wake! Oh, so close. 1 metre out. Fit tackle. Fit tackle, 1 metre out. Chris Randall with the ball. He'll give it out to Tino. Knocks it on. Why are we going short balls here? So it's going to be Dolphins ball at the 10. I understand Tino scored like that before, but I don't understand why we're going short balls up the middle every single time. But has a successful OnlyFans. Yep. That is how I earn my money. I do have a successful OnlyFans. Alright, so first tackle now for the Dolphins, and it's going to be Hermiso who gets his ball here to the 25. Post-contact meters, 75 at the Titans so far, 91 for the Dolphins. Had a bit more balls. I'm okay with that from the Titans at the moment, but they've just got to really lock down to this defense early doors. Chameleon. I didn't even actually acknowledge that, Robbo. I didn't even realize. That's a good one. Camilo is a good one. Dude, someone start a chant, bro. Marshall King gets his ball here to the 40, loses the ball, but it goes backwards. They're getting some good offloads here, the Dolphins, which is actually what the Titans have been doing well so far this season. Isaiah Katoa, I don't know what he's doing. He'll just get taken down to the 40, fit tackle. Claws outside, you in India? Yeah. I'm in Jaipur. So fit tackle off to Nicarima, and he will kick this ball down to the side of Jalen DeGroot, who's back there, and he'll get this ball at the 10. You going to any home games this year? I'm in India, bro. After India, I go to Vietnam, and then after Vietnam, I go to Thailand. So, no, unfortunately, I will not be at home games this year. I've gone to home games for the last 15 years, bro. I think I've earned a bit of a travel session. Third tackle at the 25. Went to every single home and away game for the last couple of years, so I think I've earned a little bit of a bit of travel. I need Campbell to pop off for my super. I hope so, man. Jaden's been good so far this season. Chrissy Randall with a good run to the 45 and fit tackle 15 minutes in. And they give it off to Jaden Campbell. And then Jaden Campbell kicks his ball down into the corner, where it will be Jack Bostock at the 10. And he's going to bring this ball back now to the 20. Good smack there by Regan Campbell-Gillard, though. Really good smack. I'm really nervous as we currently speak about if we get another bin because of one of those high tackles, like that'll be brutal. Now, I do worry for Tino in that regards because as Negan was saying before as well, Tino does get locked down in regards to referees like you do see from a lot of players, which is why it's such a surprise that Reed Marnie gets away with what he does. So at the back now to Daniel Saifidi, it'll be 4 tackle at 35. And they get the offload away to Hermiso. Hermiso gets the offload away to Marshall King. Oh my gosh, please lock down these offloads, otherwise they will kill us. At the 50, 4 tackle. How do you rank America compared to all the places you've visited so far? I love America. Certain parts of America. I'm not a massive fan of LA, but obviously I love Chicago. So it's Isaiah Katoa. But it's very different, dude. like, comparing is nearly impossible. Good take there by Jalen de Groot at the 10. They don't challenge de Groot. I think they're, like, just expecting it. Well, they're trying to, like, target it for a knock-on or something. I don't know. Like, de Groot's been really good out of the eyeball in the start of the season so far when he's played against the Roosters, and then so far this game too. To Brian Kelly, BK to Bo Firma. To be fair, we have also been a lot more of a second-half team than a first-half team this season. We have struggled early doors. We conceded first against the Dogs, the Roosters, and now the Dolphins as well. But we didn't concede first against the Knights, actually. And the Knights actually started off red hot against us, just couldn't score. Fifth tackle at the 40. And Chris Randall off to Jaden Campbell. We need a good kicking game out of JC today. And they'll kick this one down here to the corner where it will be Jack Bostock, who grabs it at the 30, and they're taken down. Oh, Campbell for most. Well, I think most people will have Campbell. Based on the fact that you probably... Is he dual position in fantasy? I don't play fantasy. I haven't played it. I played a little bit last year, but I lose focus because I'm doing so much. But he would be dual position, wouldn't he? He would be both halfback and also fullback. Oh, jeez. If he had a pass that, it would have been forward. So really good work there by Nicarima to not pass that ball. I'm a Raiders fan from the early 90s, would never change teams. Exactly right, Daryl. Exactly right. At least you've got to... Wait, are you like my age? Are you like 30? Because I know that the Raiders won in, 94, 95? So you might have been able to see at least those last two premierships? Or are you my age and you wouldn't have seen them? And you would have been like 1 or 2 years old? Oh, you got him for an 8-leg multi. Damn. All right, bomb from 25 metres out. That's going to be... It is knocked back, but that's a knock on there. That is a knock on there. So it will be... What was a knock on? Titans ball at 20. Oh, what? They're not saying knock on. Did I not see it? Oh, they're saying it's off the leg. I thought he knocked that ball on. Some is saying challenge this. I don't even think you need to challenge this based on the fact that it's a dropout, so the bunker usually acknowledges it. They shouldn't have challenged this because the bunker looks at this anyway because it was a dropout. So that's fine up there. I think that's fine. At the 10, Bostock knocks that backwards. That's fine. It's this one here. But I don't know why we use a challenge here. Okay, here we go. So this will go up here, and that's off his leg. We didn't need to challenge that, man. We actually didn't need to challenge that because they would have looked at the bunker. It's going to be unsuccessful. It's going to come off his knee. It's going to be a dropout. Oh, that angle doesn't look good, but I just don't think... I'm hoping inconclusive. That would be nice. I don't think they will do it, but I would love an inconclusive here. I would love an inconclusive because you can't actually see inside here. Please tell me. No touch. Yeah, it's unsuccessful. We didn't need to challenge that. That's on Philip Sabney. We didn't need to challenge that. Looked like it was in real time. Yeah, it did look from our angle from behind. It looked like it absolutely, but... Unfortunately. Oh, wait, yeah, can we get lucky with an offside here? Who makes the tackle? Because Nicarima and Plath are offside. No, they're not. It's not going to be. They're all good. Yeah, no, it's the correct call. It's going to be a dropout. Damn it, that's a really unfortunate... Bro, they would have looked at that, Phil. They would have looked at that, dude. It's a dropout. O says up the Titans. Yeah, hopefully, man. It's been a bit of a rough start here with that bin and now the lost challenge when we didn't need it. All right, so Jaden Campbell here. He'll go for a shorty. Not too bad. In a good area. In a good area. That's going to be offside. Brian, far out, Gold Coast, dude. Go for the 2, Dolphins. The fuck are the Gold Coast doing right now, dude? What are you doing? How can you not be attentive to where you are on the field through a dropout, BK? Dead set. He's offside. It's the correct call. It's not the referees. This is 100% the Titans right now. Oh, brother, man. There's so many just silly errors here from the Gold Coast. So many errors here from the Gold Coast. You're going up against an 0-4 team, lads. This team is dreadful, but we're showing that we're on their level at the moment. 20 minutes in, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. This is how our streams go with the Titans, by the way. That's why I didn't usually do streams for the Titans, because I'm so obviously passionate on the good side and the bad side. So it's really difficult to be in like a real positive mood at the moment, because it is such a tough, difficult start here. And it's not even because of the Dolphins. It's because we're throwing away our challenge with something we didn't need to do. We go and get ourselves binned, which is unfortunate, but it was the right call. And we go and Brian Kelly goes and gets tackled on fifth, 10 metres out, rather than going for any opportunity. And then you come back here to the dropout where BK is offside. And it's like you didn't need to be offside. You got there with plenty of time as well. Okay, well we'll deal with this one later. We'll deal with that one later. Okay, the hate sports have to tip the Titans. Well, it's a long way to go. It's only 8-0, but damn, it's just so frustrating as we currently speak. Alright, so the Dolphins now is Sai Katoa after Daniel Saifidi, and Saifidi is going to get taken down here at the 15. First tackle. Okay, just hide Freddie Jong from the chat. Like, he just keeps coming in talking about AFL and talking about having sex with Asians. Like, no one cares, bro. So, third tackle here at the 35. 19 and a half minutes to go the first half. Up the Tigers. Yeah, look, I'll be streaming that game, the Tigers-Broncos game later today. Oh, knock on. Titans ball, let's go. Titans ball, come on, Gold Coast. Get into the game, dude. They haven't got into the game yet. The Titans have not got into the game. Come on, get into the game here. So, 0 tackle over the Gold Coast at the 45. And now Phil Sami is going to get this ball to the 42 on first tackle. Show some attack here. 7 from 9 completions for the Titans, 6 from 10 for the Dolphins. They're not completing fantastically. They're at 60%, the Dolphins. We're at 78%. We just need to put some attack together, dude. Just put some attack together here. Out to Jaden Campbell. He's got Tino underneath. Gives it off to Khalees Haas. And Khalees is now at the 28. Up the Waz. Well, Waz have the bye. So you'd be arguably hoping the Titans lose today, because we'd stay below you. If we win, we would go above regardless of the score. 4th tackle here at the 20. BK rushed up and missed a tackle that led to the try as well, having a shocker. Unfortunately, Hillbilly, I agree with you. So AJ Brimson on 4th tackle. He steps. A bit of a weird play that, but sure. 5th tackle now, 13 metres away. Really not convincing this attack so far in this opening 22 minutes. Out to Jaden Campbell. Jaden puts it into a decent enough area. Knock on by the Dolphins. That's our ball. That's our ball. That's our ball. What do you mean that's play on? We can't challenge it either. How was that not a knock on from Bostock? But that attack was weird. But that absolutely was a knock on just then. So 3rd tackle here for the Dolphins. They're going to be 15 metres out. At least we're holding them down here. Just keep them down here right now. Won't stretch. That score line is absolutely not going to happen. So 4th tackle now at the 20. Dumb comment. 4th tackle. Man, just get into the game, Gold Coast. It's not like you haven't had an opportunity on a couple of occasions to score. It's not through the Dolphins' defense. The Titans just aren't doing anything at the moment besides just... Oh, bro, it's really disappointing to start off this game. And now Tony Francis grabs the ball at the 20. Brings it out to the 30. That's a strong run there to the 35. We'll take that. I think Foran needs to come back to the halves. Kieran's injured, dude. That's why he's not playing off. For God's sake, dude. Are you shitting me? This is typical Gold Coast Titans, bro. Knock on from the play the ball and it's Dolphins ball. Knock on from the play the ball and it's Dolphins ball. How about that one, hey? You enjoy that one? So 17 minutes left to the first half, and Francis is going to knock the ball on, which is going to give the Dolphins the opportunity. I can tell you right now, this is just typical Titans football. Like, we are absolutely handing the game on a platter to the Redcliffe Dolphins. They've completed at 60%. They have completed at 60%. 60%! And we're just giving them the ball back like this. And now Hamisa will be taken down here at the 20. At the 20, it'll be first tackle. Nicarima off to Isai Katoa. Then off to Ray Stone, who is 15 metres out, second tackle. 6 again. Titans unreal. Felice Kafusi here, 5 metres away from the line on first tackle. Dolphins, yeah, of course. This team's fucked, bro. Like, honestly, this team's disgusting, dude. Yeah, like, it's disgusting. This is a disgusting performance here from the Gold Coast. This is a disgusting performance here from the Gold Coast. They don't want it. They don't want to be in the game. They've at no point can you tell me they have looked even remotely connected to this game. This has been a disgusting opening 25 minutes. They're not showing the effort. The attack has been completely stunted. The defense has been absolutely dreadful. They've made multiple mistakes through Brian Kelly. They've made multiple mistakes across the park. They're handing every single opportunity possible for the Dolphins. Honestly, an under-17s team could beat this Gold Coast Titans team in the first 25 minutes. Unbelievable. Jay Morris, what is happening to the GC? They don't want it. They don't want to be in this game. Well done to the Dolphins. Well done to the Dolphins right now, because the Titans don't want to be in this game. Who scored? Daniel Saifidi scored. Bro, it just, honestly. Man, it's so hard to stream these games, bro. It's so hard to stream these games when they're not winning. When they're winning, easy to stream. When they're losing, it's like, shit. I just want to punch my computer right now. Oh, it's about to be 14-0. Sure, we came back against them 14-0 last year at Suncorp, but like, this is disgraceful right now, dude. Dead set. Oh, bro, that kind of comment's not going to get me, bro. You need to do better than that. Josh said, oh, that's right. Negan says the rest missed the play the ball from Kafusi. What do you mean? What play the ball? Yeah, like, if you want to get me into a reaction and whatnot, it needs to be a lot better than imagine losing. All right. Hey, Wayne, do you want to enjoy this one? Enjoy this one for me, big boy. Enjoy that one. So 14.5 minutes left here in the first half, and it's 14-0 to the Dolphins. Hey, Wayne, while you're here, go and check how long that was for. All right, so Titans to kick this ball off. Dude, I just need to see a bit of effort, dude. This is exactly like the Dogs game right now, where they just weren't in it for the first 20, and then they decided to turn up from outside that 20-minute mark. So just got to hope they can find a way to get back into the game. But for the time being, there's no play. That's a penalty against Dave. Oh, my God, this team's wild. The team's wild. Team's wild, bro. They've just given away a penalty to the Dolphins and just gotten them out of their own 20. Boy, oh boy. Lovely. 13:50 to go here. At least they only kicked that ball 5 metres. They only kicked that ball 5 metres. Yeah, but like Mick Ennis is talking about the Tino Simbin being a disruption. I'm sorry, but I don't think Tino Simbin is the reason for this. There's just been a multitude of errors. You've had that bin. You've had the BK plays. You've had, look out down the left-hand side, and Happy Farmworth will be taking out the 33rd tackle. You know, you've got all this happening, but there's so many issues in regards to how this game has been. Nicarima gives it off here to Marshall King, and they pass it quickly, and Avarillo will get taken down to the 30 on 4th tackle. Who says there are losses that you can cop because the effort is there and the other team was too good. This is not one of those. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Dolphins have completed like 60%. So out to Isaiah Katoa. And luckily it's a knock-on. So Titans will get the ball here at the 20 and it'll be first tackle. Dez is going to be pissed at halftime. He should be, because there has 100% been a lack of effort in this game. All right, first tackle here at the 25. They actually have numbers if they get these passes away. And then BK holds it and then comes back into the inside. So you're telling me they have a 3-on-2 out on the left-hand side, BK, but you decide to go back into the inside where all the players for the Dolphins actually are. The reason why AJ passed you the ball to the left-hand side was so that you can try and capitalize on the 3v2 out there. Instead, you decide to run right back into the middle of the forwards. 4th tackle now at the 40. And Chris Randall goes to Jaden Campbell for a 40-20 attempt here. This would be massive if he could get it. It's not going to have the angle on it. It's a good kick, though. It's a good kick. And Jaden Campbell's the only one chasing. Have a look at the effort outside of Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell is the only one who gave a shit about chasing that ball. Jaden Campbell is the only one, and he was the one who kicked it. Outside of that, nobody else followed up at all. The effort is not there from the team. It's not just that Des will be pissed. Leadership should be thrown up. There's no excuse for effort areas. I agree. Third tackle now for the Dolphins. And they're going to get this ball to the 40 on third tackle. Yeah, absolutely need to get on the board next. Oh, if the Titans concede next, they 100% lose. If they score next, they're only down by 8 to 10 points. So, the game is not over, but that doesn't take away from how poor this opening 30 minutes has been, 29 minutes. That the anger and frustration isn't coming because the game is lost. Because we came back from 14-0 down last year. But it's just a lot of... That's tackle in air. He's contacted him in the air there, whatever. Alright, so the Titans now on second tackle. Get this ball to 18. Would love a penalty. Well, that's not square. Third tackle here at the 22. 10 minutes to go the first half, guys. Apologies about the mood. It happens, man. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Fourth tackle now at the 28. Not making any meters at the moment. They are 300 meters behind the Dolphins right now, the Titans. 300. 653 to 420. So Mick Ennis doesn't know math. So they are 213. So they're not almost 300, Mick, but thank you. All right, so Hamiso brings his ball out now to the 18. Unbelievable, bro. Second tackle. You just want to see something. Seb Watson says the consistency of performances are wild. One week looked like could go deep for a comp, next looked like a spoon team. But the issue is that throughout the first 3 weeks, I was always saying, there's still a lot of issues with the Titans. It's just they played a really awful Roosters team and they played a really awful Knights team on the day. And it's like now they take on a 0-4 Dolphins team as the favourite, and the Titans just never win as favourites, bro. Whenever we're favourites, we just never win. We love a good underdog victory, but we just never win as favourites, so we would need to really drastically turn this around. Brock Gray looks good. Brock Gray is good, man. And he works hard. He works hard, man. Bo Firma, second tackle at 7. He's complaining about something. He's grabbing at his chin. I think he's milking this. Bo is milking this. Love him. I reckon he's milking this. And look, let's see. He's grabbing at his chin and... Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Swing an arm. They may bin Ray Stone for this based off of what they've said midweek. This may be a bin here for Ray Stone. This might help the Titans dramatically. Left to arm, straight into the chin. It's correct. Referee missed it. Crazy to see that. So at very minimum, it's a penalty, but based off of the rules that they said midweek, it is absolutely a high tackle. And based off of their rules, it would be a bin. Yeah, Mick is saying yes. Yeah, Ray's coming out. You've got to bin him based off of what you said midweek. I don't think normally this would be a bin, but I think the base of what they've said, this is a bin. Direct contact, forearm, moderate force, on report and in the bin. All right, so Ray Stone goes to the bin. Exactly right, Hillbilly. That's a bin based off last night. I don't think that based off of how they've adjudicated over the last couple of years, that would be a bin, but based off of the... And that's the same thing at Tino. Tino wouldn't have been binned in previous years. You know, there's multiple tackles so far this weekend that wouldn't have been binned in previous years. But based off of what they said midweek, so we need to capitalise on this. We need to score at least 1 here. We need to score at very minimum 1 across this next 9 minutes. So they're down to 12 men for the last 10 minutes of the half. And then 1 minute after half-time too. You have to capitalise here, Gold Coast. So Chris Randall, he'll give it off here to Jimmy Jolliffe, and he'll be at the 40 on second tackle. Chris Randall, he'll give it out to Cleese, and then Tino. And then Tino's going to get away from 1. He gets the offload away. Go, Jalen, go, Jalen. Good run, though. They're 35 metres out. Please, Gold Coast, score here. Come on. 6 again here for the Gold Coast. Jaden Campbell. JC is going to be 25 metres out. Come on, capitalise here, man. We've had such an awful 30 minutes, but if we score here, we're in the game. 6 again for the Gold Coast. You have an opportunity. Tino now 20 metres out, please. 8.5 to go at the first half. Chris Randall, he goes quickly. They give it off here to AJ. Brimo goes back onto the inside, gets away from 1. He's still going, and he will try and dink and dive and just get taken down to 7. Second tackle now for the Gold Coast. Chris Randall, Tino Fasil Malawi. Go, Tino. Go, Tino. He's 2 metres away from the line. Third tackle. Chris Randall, short ball. Oh, Brock Gray, 1 metre out. He hasn't scored a try for the club yet. 4 tackle, move the ball wide, dude. You've got numbers. Jaden Campbell off to AJ. AJ kicks it through. Sit up, sit. Oh, it's going to be a dropout. Damn it, it's going to be a dropout. But at least we got the dropout. Evan 6, I know it's only round 5, but if Titans find a way to win this game, will be a huge boost to make the 8 with the way they've started the season. I agree. It's a long way back into this game, but they just need to score before halftime. They score before halftime here with a man advantage. If they can find a way to score 2, that'd be incredible. But if they can at least score 1, and you're right, if they can find a way to win, they'll be 3-1 with a bye. Jam Bostock just got to that. He just got to that. So they will kick it down deep. Knowing they've got a man in the bin, they will kick it deep. All right, here we go. This is big Jimmy Jolliffe. Go, Jimmy. Bushka. That's good effort there from Jimmy. You love to see that. Great effort there from Jimmy. All right, get that pace going. Jaden Campbell steps. And he'll be taken down to the 22nd tackle. Hunt says, NRL's so soft, why don't they make it mandatory for headgear before bringing... Well, headgear has proven to not really actually... It can actually... Isn't there proof that headgear is actually worse? I swear I saw something online about it. Don't take my word for it, but I swear I saw something about that headgear actually doesn't do jack. Brock Gray now. They are 5 metres out. Go, Brock. 3 metres away from the line. 4 tackle. Come on, Gold Coast. Chris Randall. Out to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell gets it to AJ Brimson. Pass the ball. Oh, dude, he got tackled when there was 2 open men. BK goes short side. Play that. That's Titans ball. What? What do you mean? He stepped back into the play. You can't tell me he hasn't played that ball. He has stepped back into it to block it from going through. But also, why is BK going short side there, bro? You have a 13 on 12, BK. Why are you going short side when they've got the numbers there of 2 players there? BK, pass it out to the right, dude. You're going short side when you are 13 on 12, man. 13 on 12. He's been... Oh, bro, I love BK, but he's been awful today. Why are you going near side? Oh, there's a penalty. Oh, my God. I could lose my shit at BK right now. I could lose my shit. BK, bro. And it's not a scapegoat because I'll back BK to the end of the earth, but today he has absolutely been our worst player. Oh, that's wild. That is a wild call. That's a high tackle. That is wild. That's called a penalty. Oh, man. BK's really getting at me. Jeez. All right, so Dolphins ball here at the 50. I'm telling you, we're our own worst enemies. We're our own worst enemies. Yeah, give Farmworth an Oscar. Crazy, dude. We're our own worst enemies, though. Second tackle for the Dolphins. And good offload there from the Dolphins. They get this ball here to the 45, so I'm just messing your friend about the game. Second tackle here at the 32. And that's the thing, right? You've got the men advantage. You go all the way down there. You have a stupid play on fit tackle. And then you go and give away a penalty. And now the Dolphins are up the other end of the field. Headgear stops soft tissue damage. Makes no difference to your brain bouncing around in your skull. Yeah, thank you, Hillbilly. I knew I saw something. Well, he's gained an extra 3 metres there. It gives it off here. Exactly right. Voss just acknowledged that too. And now they give it off to Finufuaki. He's 5 metres out for tackle. 4.5 minutes to go the first half. All right, now they're 8 metres out. They get the offload away. It's 4 tackle still. It's 4 tackle. Tino makes the tackle last ditch. 3. He's lost the ball. Oh, Tino, bro. Oh, my God. On fit tackle. On fit tackle, they've given away a penalty. I'm going to take a break at halftime. I'm going to take a break because I'm going to lose it. I'm going to take a break at halftime. I'm going to just chill out for a bit. I'll be in the second half regardless, guys, but I'm going to take a break because this is disgusting. It's time to bring the big Carter in, number 3. Carter Gordon is injured, bro. Carter Gordon has been injured the entire first part of the season. Man, oh man. It's correct. Like, Tina's still at the tackle there. I'm 100% taking a break at half time. He's let go of the ball, but it's going to be called a penalty every day of the week. Oh, yeah, so I could tell. Real top shit, bro. Then why are you going to make it 16-0? You have a whole free... Oh, because you got the bin, I guess. But it's a bit random to take the 2 points here to make it 16-0 when you're up 14-0. Bit random. Well, I hope that we are the second half team that we have been in previous weeks. Get on the tuk-tuk, go around the block. Mate, I might need it, dude. And the Dolphins will kick it to make it 16-0 with 3 minutes to go. So they have scored. They have scored with the men bin. Yeah, damn, Mick is really like glazing us in this commentary. I will say that. Mick is really glazing us. He's like down 16-0. The Titans are the most exciting team. Like, what? What are you talking about, Mick? Hey, listen, I'll take it, but what are you talking about? We're down 16-0, brother. All right, so the Dolphins now. Oh, good hit there from Dave. Good hit there from Dave. First tackle for the Dolphins at their own 20. And now they'll be taken down at the 25. Yeah, our first 20 minutes is just always diabolical, dude. And then we just, like, again, we have to really hope that this second half we come home like a train, like we did against the Roosters, like we did against the Knights, and like we did against the Bulldogs. We just didn't win that. So 4 tackle now at the 42. Hey, listen, like I'll take Ennis Clays and the Titans, but with that being said, it's hard to do that when they're down 16-0 with the effort shown this first half. All right, so they kick it down to Tony Francis, who will grab this ball at the 10. You've still got a man advantage. Try and find a way to capitalise, because the only team that scored during this man down was the Dolphins, brother. Was the Dolphins. Man, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, dude. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. You got to laugh at what we've seen here in this first half from the Gold Coast. All right, so Jalen de Groot, he'll get it off to Bo Firma. Still 2 minutes in the bin here for Ray Stone. Good contact there from Bo. Good defense from the Dolphins. And Jimmy Jolliffe gets it out to the 40. 1 minute to go the first half. Would love a 6 again or a penalty or something right now. Titans can come back. Like, sure, they can come back, but they've shown absolutely no enthusiasm to do it. Jaden Campbell, he's going to run. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking gosh. Oh my God, I can't give you the credit, Dolphins. I've got to say that this Titans team is something else today. I really do. I can pinpoint, at very minimum, 10 specific, big, stupid plays that I've seen in this first half. And that right there from JC was one of them. I can label about 4 or 5 of them from BK himself. But this whole team today has just been outrageous. It's so difficult to stream this game, bro. Oh, dude. I laugh until I cry. Yeah, well, you've got that option. If we even concede another thing here. Alright, so it's going to be out. They're going to go for a field goal. 2-point field goal. Oh, he's set up beautifully too. He's going to get it too, isn't he? Oh, he got it. Alright, I'm going for a break. It's 18-0. Oh, it's unsuccessful. I can't... That first half was possibly one of the worst first halves I've watched in years, and I've watched my team come 4th last 3 years in a row. That was a great kick from Isako. Unfortunately, just missed it. I've seen some bad halves. I've seen some bad halves in my day for the Titans, but that, my friends, that was up there. That was. I'm not even going through the stats. I'm having a break at half time, guys. I'll be back in like 5 minutes' time. This is what happens when the Titans are playing, bro. I'm so passionate in my team, and I want to see my team successful, but this is the kind of shit that happens, man. So I do my best to stream, and I will be here for the whole game, but I'm taking a break at half time. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, keep talking away in the chat. We'll be doing Broncos Tigers regardless. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I needed that break. I needed that halftime break, man. We're back. We're back. Gee whiz. All right. Deary me. We are still at halftime here, guys. It is 16-0. Listen, look. As you guys know, I apologise for how we are. Like, the mood's not exactly fantastic right now because of that first half. It was very, very disappointing, to be fair. And this is what you get with this channel, right? You're going to get the highs. You're going to get the extremely passionate moments of when we're winning, when we're playing well, and you're going to get the angry and the frustration and the disappointing. You know, that's what people are like, right? And especially when you're as passionate as I am, and I know a lot of you guys are too. It's just that you don't stream. So I do. Did I put a punch on the tuk-tuk gang? I wish, bro. But you know, like at the end of the day, a lot of people are like this. This is why I didn't like to stream. This is why I didn't stream over the last three years for the Titans games, because of this. It is just, we've got to redeem ourselves in the second half, Cam Brody. Absolutely, man. The first half was just so disgusting. They just need to, like, that first half was worse than the first 20 minutes for the Dogs, in my opinion. The effort just wasn't there. They've come into this game as the favourites. Like I said, they never win as favourites, man. And that's why I said before the game, you know, like, do I back the Titans? Am I confident in the win? Sure. But, you know, I've been around long enough to know that the Titans, when they're favourites, they always struggle. And, you know, to be down 16-0 right now to a team that is 0-4 is just insane to me. Like, it really is insane. Because the Dolphins haven't done anything special. It's not like they've done anything special. They've had a crack, but they've not done anything spectacular. The intensity hasn't been there from the Dolphins. It's just been real basic stuff. And the Titans, you know, again, we had 13 on 12. The ball is 5 metres in from touch, and BK decides to run short side for a short side play. Why? You've got 13 on 12 and you run to the side that has the two players in the position that they would be in. Why not try and spread out to the right-hand side where you will have a man advantage somewhere and try and manipulate the line? It makes absolutely zero sense in any capacity to take the decision to go short side there. You know, and then we've got the offside from the dropout. You know, we've got challenging and losing the challenge when it was going to be reviewed by the bunker anyway because the ball went into the in goal. Like, the ball went into the in goal, it was a dropout. So at no point should we have challenged that call. The Titans are losing this game on their own behalf. They are the ones throwing this game in this first half. Again, like, if we quickly go and have a quick little squiz of the stats, it's not going to be pretty necessarily for the Dolphins either. Like, it won't be. You know, but at the end of the day, they're doing like, look at this. The Titans are down by 400 metres. 400 metres is just insane. You know, and considering their fullback and considering they've got 15 from 19 completions around that 80% mark, which is the same as the Dolphins have only had 2 more completed sets than the Titans. They've only had 2 more completed sets. They've only gone for 681 metres. Like, it's wild, man. You know, and they've only missed 9 tackles, the Titans. Holy shit. Usually they've missed 30 tackles by this point. You saw Latrell do it yesterday. No, Latrell did it from... There was 15 metres between him and the sideline. BK did it with 5 metres. And there wasn't a 13 on 12 for the Roosters. For the Rabbitohs against the Roosters. It was a 13 on 12 for us, and we still conceded the 2 points. And that's why you sit back and you go, like, are you serious? Gee whiz. Everyone on the socials are ripping into the refs, but it's like, I'm not going to sit here and rip into the refs. I'm not going to do it. I know why people are ripping into the refs from both sides, and that's because of the sin binnings, but based off of what we've seen, in midweek, they said they were going to do this, so I can't complain about that. Yeah, look, do I have a few disagreements with calls and whatnot? Sure, but it's our own fault here. We are struggling on our own behalf. Gaz Houston with the $3.50 donation. Appreciate you, Gaz. Thank you very much, brother. Says Titans can come back, bro. Hey, listen, I hope so, man. There's a long way to go. Like, 16-0 is not insurmountable. We came back from 14-0 against them last year. Very different team. You know, we've got no Keanu. We've got no Jojo and Sammy Verrills and whatnot, which does hurt. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, can the Titans come back? Sure. Yeah, sure they can. But they need to get a move on, dude. They need to get a move on because I've seen just a severe lack of effort in this first half. That the quality has been significantly underwhelming when it comes to the attack or the kicking game, or ultimately the defense. But like you look at the defense and it's still 88.32% tackle percentage for the Titans, which is actually not too bad. 189 tackles made for 9 missed. You know, they've both made the same amount of tackles. Dolphins and the Titans have made 189 apiece, but the Titans have had 16 ineffective tackles. 16, which is a lot of ineffective tackles compared to the 5 of the Dolphins. So, I appreciate you doing it, bro. Can the Titans come back? Absolutely. But that first half was just incredibly underwhelming from all accounts, and I need to see better in the second half. To go for a hat trick? I hope so, dude. I hope so. Oh, man. Streaming these games just suck, dude. Please give us some excitement in the second half. If the Titans score first in the second half, there's a chance. Ray Stone is off for the next minute. He's still out for one more minute. So they would have to score pretty quickly to capitalise on that advantage. But, you know, we do what we do, man. We do what we do. Yeah, like at this point, we should be used to this at the Gold Coast, but never gets easier, that's for sure. Never gets easier, man. Never gets easier. Is this match on 9 now? I would have absolutely no idea, bro. I'm in India. I don't think so. I don't think it would be. I would have absolutely no idea. I would just feel my pain. At least you won a comp 15 years ago, and also you've been in the finals. Well, to be fair, we were in the finals 2021. Actually, we were in the finals more recently than the Dragons, no? When was the last time the Dragons in the finals? It wasn't 2019. No, when was it? Ah, oh, boy. So, second half will start here, and the Titans will start with the ball. They're at the 10. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Unless the Titans come back, lads, the mood's going to be a little bit of a harsh one. How much are you paying for the NRL streaming overseas? It's a bit, bro. It's like $25 a week. So, yeah, no, it's a lot more than like KO and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. 2018. Okay, yeah. Was that the year that was like 50-20 of the Bronx in the first week or something? All right, so forward tackle now at the 35. Craxy says, with a $5 donation. Appreciate you, Craxy. I feel you, bro. It's tough supporting this. Hopefully Titans win from here. Much love. Also, massive respect for sticking to the stream. I know I wouldn't stream. Yeah, like, I'm consistent, bro. Like, I put up vlogs for years where we come bottom 4, yeah, and that was always embarrassing. And this one's, so far, it's been embarrassing. There's still 40 minutes to go to turn it around, but... You know, it's definitely not easy, mate. It's not easy to sit here and to commentate and to have to watch the dribble that we put up in the first half. But again, like you said, or like somebody else said, like hopefully they can come back, and there's still a long way to go. Hamiso gives it out to Sokotoa, and that's good effort there from BK. Negan says, a Roosters fan, now I know the feeling guys go through. No, you do not. No, you do not. No, you do not. This is one poor year. I guess you did come last in like 2008, though, didn't you? Well, so we've come fourth last 3 years in a row, man, and we've won one finals game in our entire history, so that's why it's a little bit different. At least you've got the success to back yourself up, you know? Like, if people talk shit to the Roosters, you can say, well, we won back-to-back comps in 2018, 2019. You know, we've won the second or third most comps. Is it St. George or is it Roosters who have the second most comps? Obviously, the Rabbitohs have the most with 21, but do the Roosters or Dragons have the second most? Roosters shit because they aren't first. Well, Daz, you should be loving this because we could have actually gone above you if we won by 24 points or more. Instead, we are down by 16. So Tino now on 4 tackle will get his ball to the 35. Oh, smash the Broncos. Oh, I forgot. St. George 11. Oh, no, Roosters are like 15 or something, isn't it? East. Oh, no, Dragons have the second most. Oh, Jimmy Jolliffe has lost the ball. Oh, my God. And because they lost the challenge, they can't challenge it. Dragons have 15. Oh, so it's the other way. Oh, so Dragons have 15. I can't remember. But Jimmy Jolliffe has just lost the ball there. Well, they both have 15. Oh, so they're both equal second. Plenty of time. There is plenty of time, Rubbo, but like it's not like the second half has started off any better than the first with the knock on there in our own half. Dragons have the most. Souths only have 1. Well, no. No, you're incorrect, because I know that you're basing that off of the Rabbitohs coming in 2002, but if you're going by that, then it's St. George and Illawarra are actually two separate teams. Oh, well, I guess St. George then gets 11 because they had that 11 in a row, didn't they? So second tackle. How many did Illawarra win? Did the Illawarra win? How many did Illawarra win? Can you check if you're live? You might be behind by 1 minute or 2 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe actually. All right. Click. Yeah, sorry. I clicked live. So it's second tackle of the Dolphins to 15. It's a good hit there from the Titans by Brock Gray and Jimmy Jolliffe. Second tackle, 15 metres away. Dolphins at the back here to Isai Katoa. Isai Katoa then gives it off, and Finifiwiaki is 3 metres out, third tackle. Oh, Illawarra won none. There you go. My mind wasn't so focused on whatever I'm watching right now, but I would have probably been aware of that and knock on from the Titans. At least JC's trying to go for an intercept. It didn't work out. Like it's a Hail Mary kind of play. Jimmy Jolliffe, that was not Jimmy Jolliffe. Brock Gray, he does contact the head there. He probably should go. Oh no, it is Jimmy Jolliffe. He probably should go on report for that, based off of what they've been saying. 34 minutes left here. All right, so Dolphins will get a fresh set of 6, 10 metres out. Levi says, if you go off the logic of South only have one, Dragons as a merged club also only have one. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, I guess. So Herbie Farnworth now, he goes out to the left, and Bowie at least stops him from getting out wide, and Farnworth now, he's just going to get taken on at the 10. I don't know what's happening here. Just go down, bro. 10 metres out here, first tackle for Farnworth. Which two teams making the grand final? I don't know at this point, bro. Maybe best to ask me that kind of question in the next game when I'm not in such a bad mood at what I'm watching. Second tackle here at the 3. St. George Illawarra Dragons is down as 1. Yeah, St. George Illawarra Dragons have won the 1, in 2010. But we were kind of talking about Illawarra and St. George before the merge. And short play here, Marshall King. Good defense there from the Gold Coast. 4 tackle, 1 metre out. 4 tackle, 1 metre out. And another short play. And they've lost the ball. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. So Titans will get the ball at 10. Titans with 17 have the most. Yeah, undefeated so far, mate. Undefeated so far. So at least that knock-on does help us to give us a bit of the ball. Josh Kerr there drops it. Acidic Clips says, hey, hello, mate. Oh, yeah, Olivia be spewing right now with her bet. I wonder what Titans fans are saying about this game right now on Facebook. Oh, I don't even have it on my phone anymore. I'll see what the Titans fans are saying. Because Sam messaged me saying that people are blaming the refs. It's not the refs' fault for this at the moment. First tackle, and they give it off to BK. Now second tackle at 25. Titans destroyed the Roosters 32-10. 30-12, but close enough. Now Phil Sami will get this ball to the 33 on third tackle. Where is it? Gold Coast Titans Fan Club. There we go. Tino now. At least this is a good set for good meters. And Tino gets the offload away to Chris Randall, but they get taken down the same point. Regardless. BK, yeah, people are complaining about BK and Sammy. Fifth tackle now at the 42. I got 25 on the Gold Coast having the next try. My question, what is a try? The Titans putting the ball down over the line would be what constitutes a try, but Asako will get taken down at the 13. Jacob says, hey, mate, it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday to your brother, bro. So second tackle now at the 20. 31 minutes left here. Levi says, Pam had 14, right? Yeah, wooden spoons. They've only got the 4 premierships, but they were New South Wales premierships, not national comps. Because there was no Broncos or Melbourne or New Zealand or Gold Coast or Townsville or whatnot back then, so it was just the New South Wales comp. Oh, yeah. By the way, Jacob, you got to do way better than that, bro. Fifth tackle here at the 45. Brendan says, you put a tip on a try, then ask what a try is. That's the life of gambling, man. A lot of people gamble on things they actually don't know really too much about. But, I don't think it's a bad bet, but it's still tough considering how we've seen so far. And then Tony Francis catches the ball at the 15. Good take. 30 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Josh Aloye is my older brother. There you go. Second tackle now at the 15. I have never heard of Aussie rules till today. Well, this is not Aussie rules. This is rugby league. And unfortunately, my team is sucking really badly right now. So that's why we're not as hype as we would normally be on these streams. Deary me. So forward tackle, we need like something. 6 again, penalty, anything. Breakaway, Brimo steps inside. Good tackle there, otherwise he was away. Otherwise he's away. Chris Randall off to Jaden Campbell, and he'll just kick that ball up high. Would love to see some chase here. Some effort to try and get the ball. Hamiso will grab it. Not a single player puts pressure on him. Not a single player puts pressure on him. Yeah, I think you tipped the wrong code, Acidic. Yeah, this is an AFL Acidic. And penalty the Dolphins. Yeah, no. They're not in the game, bro. Still close enough and good enough. It's crazy that we say that because 15 years ago you would have said 16-0 is nearly game over with the way the game was. Nowadays it's like, yeah, sure, things can change at the drop of a hat really quickly. Things can change really quickly, but it's just right now, like the start of the second half hasn't given any kind of confidence that, you know, things are going to be changing around and it's going to be in a better situation so far. And they gave me a bonus bet for it. Figured it was worth a shot. Hey, listen, maybe. So first tackle now with the Dolphins. They're 45 out. I would love just one try, Seb Watson, at the moment. Just one. One try gets you back into the game. At the moment, the game is you know, too far. But one try gives you that kind of belief that you can score again. And then if you can score again, you're only down by one. You know, you got to take a try at a time at the moment. This cup is so hard to tip this year. It makes it more entertaining, though. Yeah, I'm not entertained right now, but I know what you mean. I did tip the Eels on an upset over the top. Well, that was a weird pass. I thought that was going out to the wing, but it actually ended up going to Herbie Farmworth in the centre. Third tackle, the offloads are just killing the Titans. And Dave, luckily he gets across there. Luckily he gets across. They're 10 metres out. They go out to the right and knock on, thankfully. See, this is what I mean. The Dolphins haven't even been good, dude. This is why it's so disappointing. Craxy with the one gift of membership. Get around you, Craxy. Appreciate you, bro. James Pike gets the membership. Thank you very much, Craxy. Dasmo says, there's always room to become a Dogs fan, Mr. Sport. Not going to be having them. You've been a Dogs fan half a years. Don't think so. Yeah, I liked the Dogs until that kind of situation that I had at a call. I did originally like the Dogs. But it is Titans ball now at the 10. Please do something, man. Please do something. That's all I'm asking. Just do something. Breakaway, get a bit of excitement. Any kind of excitement would be nice. Craxy with the $1 donation. Thank you very much, Craxy. Those donations are getting me through this at the moment. Tony Francis, he'll run it to the 35. Dragons are Eels. What do you mean Dragons are Eels? I tipped the Eels. I tipped the upset. Forward tackle. It was a tough game, though. So once I think that experience with the Dogs was enough to never be a Dogs fan. You guys only saw the edited version, too. You know, I had to think about kind of what was comfortable for people to watch. So they will kick this ball down to Hamiso at the 8. And penalty the Titans. Okay, please. Okay, you're 10 metres out, Titans. Please do something here. You score here and you're back into the game. You're 10 metres out. You've got a penalty. JC was taken out. He comes through the legs. So that is a penalty. Acidic Clips, appreciate you for becoming a member, brother. And Craxy, thank you very much for the $1 donation. Told me what a try is. Figured I'd join. Well, you've got a chance here, Acidic Clips. This is your best opportunity. The Titans are going to be 10 metres out with a full set of 6. If they score here, you get your bet. If they score here, you get your bet. So they're right on the line. This is their best opportunity they've had for a long time. And they score here, they're within 10. They're within 10 or potentially 12, but at very minimum 12. Oh, coming through the legs. Yeah, coming through the legs. Chris Randall out to Jaden Campbell. He steps. He gives the ball offloaded. Go, Jalen. Go, Jalen. Go, Jalen! Come on! Come on! Back in it. 16-4. Kick to come Gold Coast. And they will get this kick that's right next to it. 16-6. Come on. Come on, Jalen. Hilbert, this is right call, but I hate that interpretation. I agree. I don't think there was too much wrong with it, but it is the correct call and the technicality of it. So you win your bet, by the way, Acidic. You got your bet for the Titans to score next. Come on. All right. Nice work there. Down the group just steps inside. And this is what I'm saying. The Dolphins haven't been that great today. We've just been our own worst nightmare. But that is good for the second half to score first and gets us back into the game. If the bet hits, I'll tip you 5. Well, the bet did hit. The Titans scored next. The Titans scored a City. Gaz says, yes, boy, mate. It just gives you a little bit of excitement, you know? Like, Jalen DeGroot scored the Red Knight. Jalen DeGroot. He's actually scored in every game except for the Roosters game. Every game he's played 3 games. He scored... Oh, well, I thought he played 4 and scored 3. But anyway, 3 games and scored 2. Right, since glad Jalen got it, hopefully this gives them the drive for the rest of the game. Hopefully, dude. Like, at the end of the day, this wasn't the complaint that I was having about the way the game was. Oh, no, they're not going to go to the bunker. They're not. That's good. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, what's happened? Oh, they're reviewing an obstruction here. What's happened here? Cleese goes through. Oh, it's going to be a no try. Cleese has gone through, and he's gone through the gap. It's going to be a no try here. Like, there's no way Plath makes a tackle, but it's an obstruction. Like, he would have scored, but like the ruling is correct. It's going to be a no try. So no try there, so it goes back to 16-0. So City Clips, you haven't actually won it yet, bro. They took the try away. It's the right call. Again, Jalen would have scored, but it's the right call. Damn it, man. So penalty here too. Oh, Acidic Clips has donated $5. Oh, brother. You're going to hate to hear what we're about to say. So they scored, but the bunker reviewed it, and unfortunately it is a no try. So it's back to 16-0, man. But appreciate you for the $5 donation, man. I think I did it. No, we've seen it. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. But someone in the chat might want to let him know, because I don't know if he's live with me just at the moment. He's going to dispute. But your bet's still on. You just haven't won it yet. So first tackle now for the Dolphins, the 42. Damn, that would have been right back into the game, man. And then Ray Stone taken down at the 42. He's lost it. Forward, knock on. Okay, Titans ball. Okay, Titans ball. All right, Titans ball here at the 40. So it's still, like, we're still getting opportunities here. Well, there's 5 anyway. Well, you might still get it now. The Titans are going to have another attacking opportunity. Jazz is bloody obstruction. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like, he would have scored, but it is an obstruction. So Ray Stone will drop that one in the tackle. Marlu says, let's go Titans. Yeah, just want one try to get us back into it. There's still 25 minutes. A try every, if we can score before the 20th minute, just one try per 10 minutes, David Fafita at the 40. Hey, pal, you've been robbed $5 by the bunker. Yeah, not robbed by me, robbed by the bunker. 6 again here for the Gold Coast. Out to Jaden Campbell. Jalen the Groot. Jalen at the Bowie Firma. Come on, Bowie. 25 metres out now. I'm a Shark supporter. Didn't ask Daniel Brett, saw you come before, so don't care. First tackle now. They give this ball out to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell gives it off to Brock Gray, and Brock Gray gets the ball offload to Jaden Campbell. Go, JC. Go, JC. Go, JC. Underneath to BK. BK. Oh, 10 metres out. Damn, how did he catch that without dropping it? Happy with that from BK. Still going. Oh, no, he's lost the ball in the end. Oh, for fuck's sake, BK. Bro, oh, man, every good thing he does, there's a bad thing, man. Come on. It was second tackle, BK. Oh, bro, it was such a good play there. And every good play BK makes, he makes a mistake, dude. Oh, he's so rocks and diamonds, man. Unfortunately, he's rocks today. And next week, he can be diamonds. But today, unfortunately, he's been rocks. Real bad rocks. So, Dolphins ball here. Dolphins ball at the 10. Gee whiz, man. Deary me. All right, so Dolphins here. They get this ball to the 20 on second tackle. What happened to Kenny? Kenny got injured weeks ago, man. Now third tackle for the Dolphins at the 28. They give it off here to Kafusi, and Kafusi fourth tackle. The Titans are knocking on the door. They just don't have the finishing touch to get it over the line at the moment. There are those players that show great stuff but just have an error or two in them. Oh, BK is the epitome of it. He can be incredible, dude. BK can be a fantastic player. But he can also just... Oh, brother. He can be so good. and then unfortunately do things like that where he just drops it. And then that first half, the first half was the biggest issue. Like at the end of the day, I don't think I would be as annoyed with what happened with BK there if there wasn't the first half that with the issues that he had in the first half. The second half, like you dropping the ball there, I'm like, it's not great, but in the same sense, he did well to get it into that position, and then unfortunately lost it. But it's the first half that adds on to that knock on there, unfortunately. So Bowie Furman now, he'll get this ball to the 35 on 4 tackle. 4 tackle at the 35 off to Tino. Tino out to AJ. AJ to Dave. Dave runs it himself and then taken out the 45. Hit the like button, 127 in here. 127 people watching me just, buddy. Oh, Jaden Campbell's knocked the ball on. I'm so sorry to the 127 people who are watching this right now. There's going to be at least 40% who are just watching to see me upset, which is fair and fine because at the end of the day, it doesn't impact me. What impacts me is the performance of the Gold Coast here. But I'm so sorry to the 127 people who are just watching me, just sad and depressed watching my team suck this badly. Dude. Second tackle now for the Titans at the 35. Please, JC, spark something. I'm blaming you for that, Brenton. I'm blaming you. Kafusi at the back. Not Kafusi, Nicarima, sorry. Third tackler at the 25. Can we just move to the Broncos-Tigers game at this point? I never thought I'd ever say that. Never thought I'd ever say that. And the Dolphins will have the ball here at the 22. It's wild to me looking at how the Dolphins are playing and saying, they've not been anything special, but we have just been something else. In the words of Gus, it's a funny game, rugby league. Well, I'm not laughing right now. I wish I was. I'm not laughing at the moment. Nicarima, he'll put that ball into the corner. Oh, it's another try for the Dolphins because we've dropped the ball. Oh my God. It's the most basic kick ever and we've just dropped the ball. Oh my gosh. I just, this team today, I honestly would have lost to the Burleigh Bears. This team today would have lost the Burleigh Bears. So Dolphins score. They just dropped the ball. It's such a basic kick into an area where you've got your hands on the ball here, Gold Coast. Dolphins 17th. No, they go up with this win. They're going to go up to 4th last. So if you're a Panthers fan, you hate this because you're probably going to go below them now. So actually, the Dolphins are above the Panthers. So the Eels will go to last. The Roosters will be 2nd last, and the Panthers will be 3rd last. The Dolphins will be 4th last. 20 minutes to go here, guys. Just to make me feel a little bit better, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Go subscribe to BKRtravel. At least this has given me a real kick up the arse to get those BKRtravel videos out. Oh, man. They got dick for fingers, but some days how it goes. There's some days this is how it goes, but it's just whenever the Titans are favourites, this is what happens. Oh, yeah, you would have actually Acidic Clips. Yeah, you would have, sorry. I forgot about this. So, if a try is scored, so if you bet on the next try and a try is scored but it gets taken away, I forgot this is a rule in betting, that you actually still win the bet. You're right, Acidic Clips, yeah. I know you know you're right because you've seen the money in your account. But I forgot that. Yeah, so you won it regardless. Yeah. Because the sports bet was slacking. No. So that's actually a part of the rules. So if they score, because that's what happened with the Raiders game the other week. So the Raiders scored first against Manly. And then a lot of people thought their bet was they won, and then it was called a no try, and then Manly ended up putting about 100 points past them. And the people who bet the Raiders to score first actually won. The people who bet Manly to score first actually lost because the Raiders actually did score. It was just taken away, but it's still they scored. Who do you got for the next game? Tyrox, I've got Broncos. Tigers without Jerome Luai is going to be a tough one. If Jerome Luai is playing, I could give him a crack, but I feel like the Broncos do have that one. Craig says Dragons Titans next week. I know. Oh mate, who wins that game? Who knows? Who knows? This hasn't been an advert for good rugby league. It's not been. Neither one of these teams have played well today. The Dolphins just haven't played bad. That's how I'd say this. Old mate loses his bet after winning it. No, so yeah, the rules actually aren't like that. At the end of the day, the Titans will still probably finish off the round. Oh, well, if they keep getting points put past them, they'll go below the Raiders. The Knights still play the Dogs, so go the Dogs. And obviously go the Bronx in that game against the Tigers. We could still finish the weekend off in 7th. but we just can't keep conceding. So fit tackle with the Dolphins at the 50. Could be an upset. I think it could have been an upset if Luai was playing. Luai and Galvin are fine, but I just think that it's a bit tough to say that the Tigers win when they've got their main guy out in Luai. As a Dragons fan, I reckon whoever plays worse will win at this point. Probably, dude. Phil Sami on second tackle here at the 15. He rolls back to Jalen DeGroot, who gives it off here to Tony Francis. And Tony Francis now at the 20. I honestly think this ill discipline frustrates me more than our defense. Oh, yeah, no. Again, we have absolutely capitulated this game. Like, this game is... I'm not going to say 100% all on us because the Dolphins have given it a crack, but it's not like this is a hungry team trying to get off an 0-4 start. This is just a team that came in with the wrong mentality in the Titans, man. Like there's no way that anyone can argue that from the outset of this game, the Titans ever looked like they had the right mentality to win this game. It's like this team has come in. BK, oh my god, it's gonna be a penalty. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, I love you, BK, but that's just I gotta give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. He's unbelievable. He really is unbelievable, that guy. I love him. BK is such a good bloke, but holy shit. Like, why have you given away that penalty, BK? Why? What in God's world? Why on any planet is that? Holy shit. All right. We've had our mental breakdown for 3 seconds, and now we come back. Welcome back. Woohoo! Woo! All right, here we go. Someone's been removed their comments, so I guarantee they've insulted me. Let's have a look at this. Hamisa to Farnworth. Farnworth cuts back inside. They're 25 metres out. What do you say? Bro was fuming. Yeah, no, I am. You're right. You're right, you're Shah. I am fuming. Yeah. I am very passionate about my team, dude. Kafusi to Nikarima. They get another try. Oh, my God. I am so angry. I am so angry right now. But we're calm. But we're calming down. I'm singing like poetry right now. I'm doing poetry. This is like if you go to one of those like hipster cafes. This is really fun. Right, so I reckon the Titans will finish at 8th and 9th. The reason I don't think they'll finish higher is their discipline. It's off and on, and I don't think they're that consistent. Mate, I tipped them for 11th, which is an improvement on 4th last. This has been so bad. This has been so bad that I'm hoping this is just a one-off. But this shows me very much nightmares of previous seasons. Where's the improvement? That's great you beat an awful Knights team 2 weeks ago, and it's fantastic that you beat an awful Roosters team that's going to be second last, mind you, after this game. And now we go below the Raiders too, mind you. Like it's fantastic that the Titans can go and get a couple of random wins there. But for the time being, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I watching right now? And it's not giving me a great deal of confidence in regards to this team being any better than previous years based off of the fact that if you look at the errors through the first couple of games that we won, this is just compounded into what we're watching right now. So I hope you're right, dude. Hey says over the Titans. Thanks, bud. Kind of known that for about maybe 65 minutes now. What did you get watching the game on when you're overseas? I pay $25 a week for watchnrl.com, which is unfortunate how much it is. But at the end of the day, like I still love streaming, and I still do streaming and whatnot. But AJ Brimson gets the ball, and we'll get taken out at the 10. You need to score 5 converted tries to win this game, Gold Coast. Good luck. Good luck in 15 minutes. No better place to meditate than India, man. You get that peace. Oh yeah, you get that peace in India. It depends where you are in India. I wouldn't necessarily. So Skunkle just messaged me, tightening the score here. Yeah, well done. Yeah. Congratulations. Oh yeah, there's my celebration. Phil Sami scores. It's 28-4 with the kid to come. Congratulations. You now need 4 more converted tries. Brocky Sports with a $3 donation. Brocky is so upset right now that he hasn't actually put a comment with that. But I appreciate you, Brocky. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, well done, Gold Coast. You wait till it's 28-0. You wait till it's 28-0 and then we score an easy try down the wing. You know why? Do you know why? Because the Dolphins haven't been good. They've just not been bad. Dolphins have not been good. They've just not been bad. The Titans, they have not been good. They have been very bad. 14 minutes ago, someone says, not sure it's looking good for my bet from halftime. Not sure it's looking too good. Larson says, what does my head in is every other team has bad seasons and comes good. Exactly. They show promise, but Titans have never done so. You're absolutely right, Larsins. You know, this is why when Roosters fans, and this is not a shot at Roosters fans really, like Negan or anything like that. This is just me kind of making a reply and a statement to what you're saying. But when Roosters fans say they know how we feel, or when Rabbitohs fans last year say they know how we feel, you've got Panthers fans who are probably saying right now they know how we feel. At the end of the day, you don't know shit. You really don't, because the only teams that I can tell you with chest that understand where we're at mentally with this team is the Tigers and the Warriors. And the Warriors at least have a good season every now and then, but they don't win, right? So it's like the Roosters have won 2 grand finals in the last 7 years. One bad year doesn't mean you know how we feel. We have made the finals twice in the last 15 years, and we didn't win a game in the finals, and we made the finals based off of 2 other teams losing. We had losing records and whatnot. So, that's why we get so frustrated and so upset, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but the light never comes. So you see the light, and you're like, there's potential here. The Titans have actually got something going here. Other teams and other people can see it, and then the tunnel just keeps getting longer and longer. That's the issue with the Gold Coast, compared to other teams that have a bad season and think they know how they feel. And so Brimo taking out the 40. $3 from Brocky. Appreciate you, Brocky. Appreciate ya. Get around you, brother. Craxy says Dragons exist. Yeah, but the Dragons won a comp 15 years ago, bro. Rama Howe, that's an offload. 6 again. And Jaden Campbell's away. Jaden Campbell's away. And gets taken down to the 20. All right, you need a miracle here. They're at least showing something here, which I'm happy with, but it took a little bit too long to get there. AJ Brimson gives it off here to Regan Campbell-Gillard. He's going to run this ball inside the 10. Then 9 metres away, first tackle. 6 again here for the Gold Coast. They give it off to AJ Brimson. And then off to Tino. Tino's 6 metres away here from the line. Come on, boys. Just score again. I can't see well they win, but it would be amazing just to see them score a couple of little tries late on. Second tackle, 4 metres away from the line. Marla says Titans your favourite team. No, I'm a West Coast Eagles fan. How about that? So Bo Firma off to Jaden Campbell. He'll kick it through. Regan Campbell-Gillard will not get it. It will be a dropout. Oh, yeah, we do, mate. Last time Warriors made grand final was 2011. We've never made a grand final. Next year we finished 14th. It hurts. So we made the preliminary final in 2010. The preliminary final lost to the Roosters at home, but it was a Suncorp game because we're not allowed to play Seabus in the big finals. So we played the Roosters, got beaten 26-12, and the next year we won the Wooden Spoon. That's the Titans. Little Dark Fire says, one good thing happens and 5 bad things happen. Couldn't have said it better myself. But Sam, as in Skunkle, who you see in the chat as a moderator, he... whose ball is this? Off the Titans. Oh, off Bostock, thank God. Sam messaged me saying, this team makes me so depressed. So Doubles will challenge this. 5 tries in 10 minutes ain't impossible. Ryder, I love you. I love your enthusiasm, brother. Love it. Yeah, fair enough, but I was 2, so I didn't experience shit. Sure, Coxie, sure, but I wouldn't put the Dragons on the Tigers, Warriors, and Titans levels. So I think Sami touches it first. It's back off Sami, but I think touches Bostock after, so this will be an unsuccessful challenge. They just wanted to give the Dolphins a 28-point head start now they'll actually start winning. Well, that would beat out the 26-0 comeback the Dolphins had on us 3 years ago. But I remember after the 2010 season, I thought the Titans were going to be a top team close to a premiership for years, but just never happened. They just can't get it all together for whatever reason. Yep. And yet I get made the villain by my club. Not by the fans, but I get made the villain by my club. So 11 minutes to go, you can go the game. Yeah, and then off Bostock. So it's going to be an unsuccessful challenge. Any tips for the next game? I'd take the Tigers 17.5 start, but I will say the Broncos win. Unsuccessful, so no challenges remain. The Brimson of Randall will try. I just want to see them give it at least a bit of a crack for the final little bit here. Our fans deserve way better than what we've seen today. So Mulaney gives it off into Tino, so this will be first tackle for the Titans. They're 13 metres away. It would literally not only be statistically the greatest comeback of all time, but it would be the craziest comeback of all time considering it was 28-0 with 15 to go. So second tackle now, 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We're live all the time, regardless win, lose or draw. You will see my true emotions and feelings, both sides of the spectrum. Third tackle, Sean Mulaney goes himself, and he will get close. He'll be about 1 metre out. Kia ora. Hamish says, I'm scared as a Waz fan for next week. We play in the Storm. Yeah, makes sense, but the Storm did lose to the Dragons last week. And the Dragons just lost to the Eels. Brimo kicks it through for himself, and it's going to be a try for Brimo. All right, 10 minutes to go. It's 28-8 with a kick to come. 28-8 with a kick to come. There's no way. It's not possible. It can't happen. It can't happen. There's no way this can happen. But it's like, this is the most frustrating thing, because if they don't win from here, you're like, well, you've shown what you can do after the game's finished. Where do you think the Gold Coast are going wrong? Which fellow says? The real question should be, where are the Gold Coast going right? Like, this is great to score a couple of tries late, but there's 9 minutes for you to go, and you're still down by 18 or 20 if you miss the kick. You know, so that's why you can't really get excited about this. Like, what am I meant to get excited about? And Jane Campbell will get the kick. So it will be 28-10 with 9.5 minutes to go. You need 3 converted tries to tie the game up. 3 converted tries in 9.5 minutes. And if we can score a couple more, you'll start to see a bit more excitement out of me. At the moment, it's like, that's great you scored 2 tries, but you're going to need to go on with it a bit more here. You gave him a 28-point head start with 15 minutes to go. And don't forget, we will be live for Tigers Broncos right after this. We will be live for that. Dally M currently would be Payne Haas, in my opinion, Ryder. Kia ora, Hamish says, I don't expect anything from the Wires next week, so instead of breaking stuff, I might just have to watch it on the inner field. I encourage you to live stream your reaction to it. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Jump the group. I'm having a lot of fun, dude. 7 meters out. 9 minutes left. I've seen crazy thing happen in 10 minutes league related. Yeah, for sure. Like, I've seen crazy things with Rabbitohs and Roosters and comebacks and whatnot. Panthers Eels last year. Like, I've seen crazy comebacks, but, you know, they need to do it. Like, those are all still, like, teams that have been successful. Until I see the signs that it's going to happen, I can't really pack it in. But you score a try before 5 minutes to go. 2 tries in 5 minutes isn't impossible. Tino after Jaden... Oh, okay. Oh, my God. Arama Howe knocked the ball on. Thought this game was going to be a bit closer, to be honest. Yeah, rubber. Yeah. Well, the Titans were $1.40 favourites, so, you know. Well, you know, fun times. Fun times. Comeback's on, Daz says. Comeback's on. Don't know if it's comeback on today, but comeback's definitely on. But no, Payne Haas should be the clear leader right now. I think Jai Gray's up there too. But Payne Haas should be the leader, in my opinion. What did Tina do in the first minute to get 10 in the bin? A high tackle, which is what they said they would lock down on midweek. Well, at the very least, we're now back above the Raiders, so we're still in the top 8. We're still in 7th position for now. We just got to hope the Knights and the Arama Howe, bro. Come on. Oh, he's lost the ball. But it's going to be a penalty because there's no advantage there. So now they go for the 2 and they win the game. Good on you. And now it's going to be 30-10. Good stuff. On a brighter note, at least Andrew and Jag are in here. I wouldn't deal with them. We had to time out 1 billion people at the start of this stream. My $160 went down the toilet. Yeah, well, my soul's gone down the toilet, Olivia. How about that? My soul has gone down the toilet. Luke Metcalf is all our future, but enough about us. We're doing good. You're doing okay. I haven't played anyone yet, but you're doing okay. You're doing good based off who you've played, but you haven't played anyone yet. Jai Gray's leading Dally M still. Yeah, he is, but I think Payne Haas should be, but I'm pretty certain Jai Gray is officially leading it currently. At least the Broncos are going to make me feel better. Oh, yeah, that's going to make me feel better, isn't it? Oh, dude. My soul's in the ocean right now, Crazy says. Mate, my soul's not in the ocean. It's, Interstellar? You know how far they went away to that planet in Interstellar? Triple it. Triple it and pass it to the next person. So Osako to make it a 20-point game and effectively make us have to score 4 converted tries. Or 3 converted tries and a penalty. In 7 minutes. Good luck. That's really frustrating because Rama Howe's the one who knocked that ball on, and then he's also the one who gave away the penalty. The 6 again, and then the penalty. Ah, brother. So when I see Panthers fans complain, I want to slap them. You just ignore it, bro. At the end of the day, a lot of Panthers fans did see them struggle, but not struggle to the depths of Tigers and Titans and stuff like that, but they were struggling kind of around that 9, 10, 11 area. Roll on 420. 420? What's 420? Are you talking about 420 as in like weed? And Dolphins catch the ball here at the 40. 6 minutes to go. Are you going to see a dog for that one too, Joe? Wild's next 2 games are Melbourne and Brisbane, so I don't think my heart can take the next couple of weeks. I might need to travel to India after that. Why do you think I'm in India? Club makes me out to be a villain for supporting my team, and the results don't necessarily show a great deal. We play the Dragons next week. It's a winnable game, but we played a 0-4 team this week, and we got absolutely dry-humped. Not even dry-humped. We got no lubed. What shirt are you wearing? Looks good. This is last year's jersey, bro. Last year's jersey. 4th tackle now for the Dolphins at the 30. 5 minutes to go. The dog is here. Oh, the dog's there, Jay. Wow. Is it a big dog? Like, is it a big one? Big dog? Like, is it a jam-packed kind of dog? So that's going to be a dropout from the Titans and Dolphins. Izzy says, who scored a try for the Titans? Jalen de Groot scored, and... shit, I can't remember who scored the other one. I'll have a look. Can't remember. My brain's completely just clocked out of this idiotic game at the moment. AJ Brimo scored the other one. I'm the most hated man in Panthers Insta and Facebook comments, by the way. That does not surprise me, Daz, mate. I'm proud of you. 5 minutes to go here of the game. What do you mean you're... no, I'm not going to get into that. I shouldn't have even said that publicly. When are you back in Oz? I don't know yet, Kieran. I'm just traveling, man. I'm just vibing. Second tackle at the 5. We've got India now, and then... you can leave those kind of comments, Jay. I shouldn't have said that publicly, to be fair. But also, I couldn't give a shit about the corporates of this club. So, 3rd tackle now. I once did. Couldn't give a shit about corporates now. 4th tackle here, and they're 5 metres away from the line. But I understand why you did that, Jay. Don't worry. 4th tackle, they kick it through, and that is going to be a Titans ball at the 20. Ain't no handbag, dog, that's for sure. Can give it for 4 years, but can't handle it coming back at them for 4 weeks, Muppets. Oh, they should have known. I told you guys. I said on my streams for years and years. I said, look, Panthers fans, you can chirp, you can get loud, you can be proud, you can have a good time, and at the end of the day, until someone stops you, you can talk. But with that being said, one day you will fall. One day you will fall, and that's when you're going to have to cop it. And now they're copping it. It's all part of the game. And Raiders fans should give it to them. Lars Sin says, all we had to do was play exactly like last week. Yeah, Dolphins haven't been good. The Dolphins haven't done anything spectacular. They've been fine, but they've not been bad. They've not been good. They've been sweet. The Titans have been bad. Like, very, very bad. So, yeah, you're not wrong there, man. But, hopefully next week we can turn around against the Dragons. Not that we have a great record against the Dragons, but... Alright, so 30 minutes out. They get off here to Jaden Campbell, off to AJ Brimson, and then Brimo gets away from a couple. Sammy? No, Sammy did. Oh, did Sammy score? Yeah, Phil Sam. Oh, wait. Oh, no, sorry. Phil Sammy scored. Sorry, the Jalen DeGroot try got called back. It was a no try. Yeah, Phil Sammy scored and AJ Brimson. My bad. Jalen DeGroot scored, but it was called a no try. No, Francis didn't score. Feels good taking the piss out of 12-year-olds, Dad says. What? Gee whiz. Hamiso now. He'll get this ball to the 20. Feels good taking the piss out of 12-year-olds. It's not something I thought I'd see in the chat today. Oh, dude. Sam's out. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. When they cry, it's even better. Oh, the Dolphins are away again. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This team's unreal, bro. They're gonna check to see if he gets this down or not. It might be another try for the Dolphins. Mitchell Vela Sports, I'm so pumped for the next game. Yeah, I'm so excited, bro. I'm real excited for the next game, mate. Mate, I've never been more excited in my life. It might be the most exciting game in the history of the planet. So he goes down short there. They might even say, if they say high against Bo, that's incredible. Makes me feel tough. They're going to say this is high on Bo Firma, by the way. Guarantee it. Because he does clip his chin. He does clip his chin, so they're going to call it high. And then it's I think Bowie must strip it out here. You can't blame Bowie for anything that just happened. Yeah, you can't complain with the effort here from Bowie. Low force. Okay, so it's not going to be a bin. Then lands short, and then I don't think he gets the ball down. That's a really good work from Bowie to stop it. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Dolphins. Yeah, he's going to be held up. So really good work there for, really great work there from Bowie Firma to stop the try, but it will be a penalty to the Dolphins. So Dolphins are going to go to fourth last, by the way. So Panthers are third last, Roosters are second last, and Eels will be last again despite their win today against the Dragons. No try. Look, I'll take the crackdown, but the going back 10 plays after it happened is bullshit. Yeah, I agree. That one's fine though. Like that is he does technically clip his chin. Appreciate you for being a member for 6 months, Little Darkfire. John Purchase says, when you come back to Sydney, I don't know, bro. I'm vibing. I'm in India now, and for at least another 2 months, and then I'll be going to Vietnam, and then I'll be going to Thailand, bro. So, not back this year, man. First tackle here for the Dolphins. Please just get through this next minute 41, and then I'm going to refresh. I'm going to wash my face, and we're going to come on for Broncos Tigers stream. We'll have a lot more fun. We'll have a lot more fun on that stream. I do have some like spicy noodles. I didn't actually go down and get what I needed today, but I do have some like spicy noodles we can do. And the Dolphins are going to score. Okay, this is just... $34.10 when the kid come. The NRL has ruined what tackling is. I don't disagree with you, Negan. I think that they've taken a big bite out of them making the wrong course last week, and they've made us suffer for it. The fans have suffered for it. The referees aren't the reason the Titans lost this game today. They've just been diabolical. But yeah, the fans are suffering for the NRL's mistakes, is what I'll say. Am I going to watch any cricket in India? Yeah, I'm going to a Rajasthan Royals game next Sunday. Next Sunday, Rajasthan Royals game. They're playing Bengaluru, so I'm actually going to see... Virat Kohli plays in Bengaluru. Like I said, one extreme to another, it's becoming a joke. I agree. He will snort a noodle for $100. Dear me. They are actually. I wonder if they're like super spicy. I know they're spicy. Izzy says I hate this game. Yeah, Izzy, it's a tough one. You know, our fans deserve better than this. Titans fans deserve better than this. And that's where I get a lot of my emotions from, because like I've dealt with, you know, for 15 years I've been around like the fans internally, right? With something that the corporates will never understand. They will never understand that as corporates. But they can all think their corporate degrees gets them through everything. But I can tell you it's not involved in regards to actually being amongst the crowd for it, home or away. But I see the fans, and I know they deserve better. You know, there are a lot of Titans fans that people don't give credit to because the Titans don't have a fan base like teams that have been there for 108 years. But the Titans fans deserve better than the shit that we get put up with. We start a beer snake at the cricket. I'm considering painting my face for it just for a bit of a laugh. Skunkle said, I'm going to join in and I'm going to rage when I come into that Broncos Tigers stream. Jared says those spicy noodles are going to be less painful in this game, to be fair. Yeah, I agree. 2 seconds left here of this game. I'm ending it immediately, and then we'll go straight up for the. We'll go straight across to the Broncos Tigers stream, and the Dolphins will get the ball at 38. All right, review of that game. Fuck that game. Dolphins weren't good, but they weren't bad. They were fine. They gave it a crack. Titans was so bad that it makes me sick. But we're kind of used to that at the moment. Look, love this club, love this community. We'll always be here. We'll always back in this team. But that was really disappointing today. So we play the Dragons next week. They lost the Eels today. Winnable game. But then again, we played an 0-4 team today, and they won. So, you know, it makes you think. But guys, I'm going to jump off here for now. I'll be live for the Broncos Tigers game in about 10 minutes time. So obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Obviously, we'll be in a bit of a different mentality and mood and whatnot for the next game as we give a bit of a refresher up and get going again. So we'll have a lot more fun on that one. But yeah, I appreciate you. Titans fans deserve better. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.